Hello. Welcome to the Fanfic Majesty. If you want more content, you can follow me on Patreon. I will be uploading more content on there that will be exclusive. The link is in the description. Please support me. 4MTFI. Chapter 150 Doflamingo's Unexpected Decision. Previous chapter. Next chapter. Advertisement. Aha. Baby 5 passes out again. Yi Fei, what the hell are you talking about? Where did I say that? Ace blushed, looking a little incoherent. I just saw you blushing. Yi Fei feigned surprise. Among these people, Baby 5 can be regarded as a characteristic character. The reason why Yi Fei wants to keep him, he also wants to know, how will Ace deal with it? In the original book, Ace has never been in contact with any girls. Not sure if that will change here. Of course, in the original book, Baby 5 is Lao Kai who followed the 8 Treasures Legion. Yi Fei thought to himself, could it be that the original work has been changed here again? Forget it, I'll find Marine. Ace couldn't explain it clearly. Had to leave with excuses. On the side, on the execution platform, Buffalo loudly accused Baby 5 who was unconscious on the ground. BABY5, you are betraying the young master like this. Advertisement. We are members of the Don Quixote family. We must not violate our position. Even if we die, we must follow the young master. Before Buffalo finished speaking, Doflamingo stopped him immediately. Shut up. At this moment, Baby 5 is only slightly awake, but his face is still blushing. Young master, BABY5, don't say any more. If you can stay, just stay. Doflamingo said meaningfully. Baby 5 has followed him since childhood. For so many years, although she has a weird personality, she has always been true to herself. All along, Doflamingo has completely regarded her as his family. Therefore, for those crooked melons and jujubes who pursue BABY5, they will all be killed. The purpose is just not to let her be cheated. Now, I have to accompany myself to impel down to suffer. Thinking of this, Doflamingo couldn't bear it. At this moment, he already guessed that Yi Fei might let Baby 5 stay, so he simply took this opportunity to keep her. Little Lord. None of the family cadres thought that Doflamingo would have such an idea. Immediately, he looked particularly shocked. On the side, Yi Fei also heard it. Immediately, some admire him. This is a little different from his usual cold methods. Advertisement. However, for Doflamingo, Yi Fei naturally did not want to give up. But BABY5, he wants to stay. Then, Yi Fei stepped forward. Since you are the woman of Fire Fist Ace, then you can stay. At this moment, Yi Fei seems like a savior who can decide anyone's fate. Baby 5 blushed, then nodded. Yeah. The remaining family members wanted to say more, but were stopped by Doflamingo. Seeing this, Yi Fei didn't speak. Fu, Yi Fei, you can kill if you want. Doflamingo let out another eerie laugh. Losing to Yi Fei, he has no regrets. Hee, I'm not in the mood to do it. Yi Fei laughed. Yi Fei has not forgotten the agreement reached with the world government. Right now, Yi Fei doesn't plan to turn against them directly. Just when the two were talking, King Riku came here with his guards. Doflamingo, I didn't expect you to have today. King Riku said angrily. Fu, King Riku, if it wasn't for Yi Fei. Advertisement. Based on your strength, you will never be able to take back Dressrosa. Also, you will never be able to hold this place. Doflamingo sneered. 8 years ago, I just used a little tricks to take over this country. Regarding Doflamingo's words, King Riku was silent for a while, then nodded. You're right, I admit, my ability is too weak, and I was taken advantage of by pirates like you. However, not from now on. Hearing this, Doflamingo looked up. Seeing King Riku looking at him resolutely, he was a little puzzled. However, he saw Yi Fei. Suddenly I understood in my heart that they must be cooperating. Thinking of this, Doflamingo suddenly laughed loudly. Hey, you still don't have the ability to hold this place. Hearing this, King Riku didn't answer. Instead, he looked at Yi Fei. Your Excellency Yi Fei, I hope you can abide by the agreement. Yi Fei nodded. That's natural. On the side, Doflamingo smiled again. Hey, King Riku, you still believe in pirates. Pirates are not trustworthy. Faced with Doflamingo's ridicule, Riku Wangxian was very displeased. But what Doflamingo said may also be true. You know, Yi Fei, the Whitebeard pirates, are all pirates. Chapter 151 The Outside World's View of Yi Fei. Previous chapter. Next chapter. Advertisement. Seeing that King Riku's complexion was not good, Yi Fei smiled. Your Excellency King Riku, you don't think we are the same as him? Then, Yi Fei looked at Doflamingo again. You don't have to provoke the relationship like this. Who doesn't know that the Whitebeard pirates are the most trustworthy? I am different from you. After being reminded by Yi Fei, King Riku breathed a sigh of relief. Frankly speaking, what he is most worried about now is that Yi Fei will talk back. You know, with his strength, Marine didn't dare to do anything to him lightly. Yi Fei's words undoubtedly gave King Riku a reassurance. Port of Dressrosa. The appearance of Ace made Marine particularly shocked. Fire Fist Ace, the great pirate who offered a reward of 550 million Baileys, why did he appear here? Didn't we come here to wait for Doflamingo? Admiral didn't come this time, it seems we are in trouble. Run. ... A group of soldiers, seeing that it was Fire Fist Ace, were frightened and retreated again and again. Vice Admiral Bastio was also very surprised. Originally, he just thought that only Yi Fei was here, because he didn't see the Whitebeard pirate's ship. Ace, what are you doing here? Bastio asked cautiously. Advertisement. I asked you to go there and take people away. Ace leaned on the mast and said calmly. But there was a burst of ridicule in my heart. It's really interesting that I haven't dared to go ashore yet. Doflamingo. You've got him already? Bastio asked again. After receiving the news, within half a day, Doflamingo was arrested. Hee, don't forget, our Yi Fei is here too. Ace laughed. A group of soldiers, when they heard Yi Fei's name, were immediately frightened and collapsed to the ground. Bastio broke out in a cold sweat. That lord, but he can kill himself with just one finger. Moreover, it is said that Yi Fei has an extremely cruel personality. I don't know if it is true. Can you bring them here? We'll go straight away. I don't think there is any need to go ashore. Bastio said tremblingly. Forehead. Ace looked confused. Don't these Marines usually brag? What happened today? So cowardly. In fact, this is not to blame these Marines. Advertisement. Only after Yi Fei hit Akainu. All kinds of reports on Yi Fei are overwhelming. Some tabloids described Yi Fei as a heinous murderer in order to gain attention. After hearing these news, these Marine soldiers shuddered. After seeing the expressions of these Marines in front of him. Suddenly, Ace remembered the reports. However, every time I see it, I scoff at it. But it seems to work well for them. Immediately, Ace decided to follow these reports, and then threatened with a straight face. Our Yi Fei already knew you were coming. He asked you to take Doflamingo and his men. If you don't go ashore, he will come and destroy you immediately. The people on your 6 warships are not enough for him to punch. Ace is very effective. I saw that Bastio immediately mobilized the Marine soldiers. Quick, listen to me, go ashore immediately and take Heavenly Yaksha away. Marine soldiers, assemble immediately. Then, log in quickly. After several hours, we finally arrived at the designated place. Advertisement. When seeing Doflamingo and all his family cadres locked by Seastone, Yi Fei stood in front of them. Everyone was shocked speechless. Every soldier's face showed fear towards Yi Fei. Of course, Yi Fei soon discovered this too. What happened? Are they so afraid of themselves? Then, Ace walked to Yi Fei's side and muttered a few words. Yi Fei finally understood that they were frightened by Ace's words. But then again, I'm really not a murderous demon. Of course, in front of this group of Marine soldiers, Yi Fei naturally had to act fiercely. From now on, I hand these people over to you. If anything goes wrong, I won't let you go. Facing Yi Fei's words, Bastio mustered up his courage and replied. I know this, we were ordered to take people away. Seeing this, Yi Fei didn't say much. At this moment, Doflamingo no longer has the identity of Shichibukai, and has also lost this place. As for where he went, Yi Fei didn't care. However, the world government probably won't let him go. Marine soldiers took everyone out except BABY5. This made Ace a little puzzled. Yi Fei, are we really going to keep this woman? 33%. Chapter 152. Go back. Why go back? Previous chapter. Next chapter. Advertisement. Facing Baby 5's fiery eyes, Ace felt very uncomfortable. It was the first time he was looked at by a girl like this. Ace, you want her to be taken away by Marine soldiers? If you want, then I can let them take her away now. Yi Fei said deliberately. He wanted to see what Ace was doing. Let's forget it. Ace turned his head away in embarrassment. Let him watch Baby 5 being taken away, he really can't do it. He remembered the torture of Impel Down clearly. That is, Yi Fei laughed. It turns out that Ace will also be sympathetic. Then, he turned his head and looked at BABY5. Although the character is a bit weird, the maid outfit is really not bad. Yi Fei, the Dressrosa matter is over, should we go back to Dad's side now? Ace said. The task this time is to defeat Doflamingo and cut off Kaido's devil fruit production plan. Now that Doflamingo and his family cadres have all been arrested, then at this time, they should return to the Whitebeard pirates. Advertisement. Aside, Rebecca heard that Ace wanted Yi Fei to go back. Immediately stepped forward and wanted to say something. However, Yi Fei spoke to Ace first. Go back. Why are we going back? Hearing this, Ace looked confused, and then said excitedly. Yi Fei, everything is over, what are we still doing here? You don't really want to leave the Whitebeard pirates, do you? Yi Fei, this is not acceptable. Whitebeard pirates, for so many years, only Teach has defected. Don't you want to? Ace's words didn't come out of his mouth. Originally, he still respected Yi Fei very much. Also with Luffy, made a sworn relationship with him. It's only been a few days and you want to break free from the Whitebeard pirates. Seeing Ace's slightly angry face, Yi Fei couldn't help shaking his head. Then he smiled and said, from now on, Dressrosa is our territory. Rebecca and Fire Fist Ace stood there in a daze at the same time. The eyes of both of them were extremely surprised. On the side, Cyrus and King Riku could only nod silently. This was an agreement they had reached in advance. Although King Riku hated pirates very much. Advertisement. But this time, Yi Fei did help them. Moreover, as the king of Dressrosa, he has no ability to protect the country, and the introduction of the protection of a powerful group has become the general trend. Yi Fei, are you serious? Why don't I know about this? Ace asked 2 consecutive questions. Previously, in the base camp, Yi Fei did not say that he would eliminate Doflamingo to break Kaido's back, and did not say that he would get Dressrosa. Don't talk about you, Dad probably doesn't know now. Yi Fei said deliberately. Hearing this, Ace was extremely embarrassed. How dare you hide this kind of thing from your father? Tell me, what's your purpose in getting Dressrosa? Faced with the question of love to die, Yi Fei did not directly explain the reason. I love this country. The reason is as simple as that. Ace was fooled by Yi Fei. Doflamingo was defeated, and the news that Yi Fei and Ace occupied Dressrosa was sent back to the Whitebeard pirates immediately. Doflamingo was defeated so quickly. We just received him being lifted Shichibukai. Doflamingo was taken directly by Marine. How did Yi Fei do it and let Marine catch him? What? Yi Fei has taken Dressrosa. What is he going to do with that place? Isn't it delicious? Advertisement. On the Moby Dick, the captains looked extremely surprised. At the same time, Yi Fei was also very surprised by the fact that Yi Fei captured Dressrosa. Father, do you know about this? Like the captains, Marco also expressed his incomprehension. Could it be that Dad talked to Yi Fei alone that day because he wanted to take down Dressrosa? Forehead. Whitebeard immediately understood what Marco meant. But this matter, Yi Fei has never mentioned before. Therefore, facing Marco, Whitebeard was a little unresponsive. At this moment, like the captains, he was stunned. Of course, the expression on the father's face was quickly noticed by Marco. At this moment, he already knew that his father didn't know about it. Yi Fei, you are really a ghost. Even my father and I have to hide it. But soon, Marco was relieved. Perhaps the reason why Yi Fei did this was to surprise everyone. Father, should we go to Dressrosa? Or let Yi Fei come back? After defeating Doflamingo, Yi Fei has successfully completed the task, and Kaido's plan may be shelved. This time, Yi Fei has made a great contribution to the Whitebeard pirates. So, is it better to recall him to the headquarters now? Chapter 153 Whitebeard goes to Dressrosa. Previous chapter. Next chapter. Advertisement. Marco, what do you think? Whitebeard Edward Newgate didn't rush to answer, but asked Marco instead. Dad, Dressrosa has a special geographical location, easy to defend and difficult to attack. It is a good place. Getting this place is a good choice for us Whitebeard pirates. I see where we can put it on our map. Maybe this is Yi Fei's idea. Marco explained. Dressrosa is indeed an excellent site. Cool la la la. That son of mine is really not simple. It seems that we have to go there in person. Whitebeard Edward Newgate laughed. This, son, did not disappoint him, and exceeded his expectations. Not only did he defeat his opponent, he even took down the entire country without using a single soldier. At the same time, he was curious about how Yi Fei did it. You know, Dressrosa is the territory of King Riku, the royal family of the world government. Can it be won so easily? He really wants to see it. On that day, after the Whitebeard pirates completed their headquarters defense plan. Advertisement. Take Marco and dozens of warships and head directly to Dressrosa. After a few days, the Whitebeard pirates arrived as scheduled. And Yi Fei had already brought Ace and King Riku to meet him at the port. Some people who have never seen the Whitebeard pirates also arrived at the port to watch. The entire port was suddenly bustling. Oncoming dozens of large pirate ships, and the eye-catching skull flag on the sails. Everyone is staring at it. Earlier, they saw the Whitebeard pirates, which they saw from the impact phone bug. This is the Whitebeard pirates. The strongest pirates who dare to compete with naval headquarters. Why did King Riku let them in? Hehe, the other party is the Whitebeard pirates, can King Riku stop them? The world government has never sent troops to save us. Perhaps it was King Riku who brought them here. No wonder. Whether it is or not, we just hope that this time Whitebeard comes, just don't search us. Yes, Doflamingo has done enough to our family, hope Whitebeard they are different. I hope so. It is said that the reputation of the Whitebeard pirates is not too bad. Besides, Yi Fei of the Whitebeard pirates saved our family and friends this time. The people talked about it. Doflamingo, who was originally a god in their hearts, has fallen. Advertisement. King Riku has become their only hope. The news of the introduction of the Whitebeard pirates was unbelievable to them. As ordinary people, they just hope not to be robbed. Before the boat docked, Marco was the first to jump to Yi Fei's side. Yi Fei, you are too messy. Mariajoy, you dare to go alone. On the way here, Marco listened to Yi Fei's detailed account of what had happened. Yi Fei's move was indeed a little messy. Captain Marco, I'm just taking a gamble. However, I think my plan has succeeded. Yi Fei scratched his head. Not only was Doflamingo cleared out, but he was also taken by Marine. In the past 2 days, the world government has not taken any action. This also shows that they have acquiesced to Ye Fei's actions. While the two were talking, Whitebeard Edward Newgate went ashore surrounded by everyone. With a height of nearly 7 meters, he walks vigorously with the supreme sharp knife in his hand. The people around could only feel the extremely strong aura exuding from him, without anger or majesty. This is the strongest man in the world, Whitebeard Edward Newgate. From now on, this country is Laozi's territory. Edward Newgate raised his arms. Advertisement. Immediately afterwards, all the pirates raised their weapons in response. Woohoo. On the side, King Riku looked a little embarrassed, and then he walked forward slowly. Riku Dole III led his troops to welcome the arrival of Captain Whitebeard de Dressrosa. After saying that, King Riku bowed heavily to Whitebeard. Seeing that the king was doing the same thing, the soldiers also followed behind and made the same movements. King Riku, I've heard Neptune talk about you often. This country is still yours, we are just helping to govern it. From now on, no one will come to trouble you again. Cool la la la. Whitebeard laughed heartily. It was an unexpected surprise for him to get a sight like de Dressrosa. Don't care about rights. He just wants the Whitebeard pirates to continue to be strong. However, the harvest of de Dressrosa this time, after all, still has to give King Riku some face. After greeting King Riku, Ye Fei, Ace stepped forward. Daddy. Whitebeard looked down at the two, showing a crescent-like smile. You two brats, you really didn't let me down. This time, especially Ye Fei, contributed the most to the Whitebeard pirates. It also proved Whitebeard was right. Ye Fei is indeed beyond his imagination. Chapter 154 Just manage de Dressrosa for me. Previous chapter. Next chapter. Advertisement. De Dressrosa, King Riku has specially left a place for Whitebeard to station. The Whitebeard pirates have just arrived at the station. Edward Newgate immediately summoned Ye Fei alone. Ye Fei, tell me, what is the real purpose of occupying de Dressrosa? Whitebeard had previously asked Ye Fei about this in a phone bug. But Ye Fei did not say directly. So, this time, he wanted to ask clearly. Destroy Kaido. Ye Fei answered 4 words flatly and simply. Whitebeard was shocked. As Kaido's former companion, he knew that Kaido was not so easy to deal with. However, Ye Fei stated the ultimate goal directly. This surprised him. Originally, his plan was to teach Kaido some lessons. Let him know that there is a price to pay for sneaking behind the scenes. But he didn't expect Ye Fei to destroy him directly. Ye Fei, Kaido is a troublesome opponent. You really want to do this? Asked Whitebeard Edward Newgate. Hearing this, Ye Fei smiled lightly, and then asked, Father, don't you want to? Immediately, Whitebeard froze. Advertisement. Soon, he remembered the past many years ago. On the Rocks Pirates, although he and Kaido were partners. But has always been at odds with Kaido. In addition, what he hates Kaido the most is that Kaido killed his second team captain Kazuki Oden. This point, Edward Newgate has been brooding. But he is well aware of Kaido's strength. Even if all the combat power of the Whitebeard pirates is used to attack Kaido, it may not be possible to destroy him. This is one of his regrets. But he didn't expect Ye Fei to suddenly hit his pain point. Ye Fei, what does it have to do with eliminating Kaido and de Dressrosa? After thinking for a while, Whitebeard finally asked. De Dressrosa is not in the same direction as Wano-kuni and is a long way off. How useful is it to occupy this place? For a moment, Whitebeard didn't understand. Daddy, during these days in de Dressrosa, I found that there are many arsenals and arsenals here. As long as we occupy this place, all the arsenals and arsenals will be ours. We can develop secretly here and accumulate strength. Ye Fei replied frankly. Both the armory and armory are mentioned, but the man-made devil fruit factory is not mentioned. Man-made devil fruit is risky to be eaten. Once the failed product is eaten, then, it will become a warrior who only knows how to laugh, and will be deprived of all expressions except laughter. Advertisement. This is extremely painful for an individual. Therefore, Ye Fei is unwilling to mention it. Whitebeard looked slightly serious. Ye Fei is right. In order to defeat the Beast's pirates, the Whitebeard pirates do need to strengthen their strength. De Dressrosa's arsenal, the arsenal is indeed very useful. Still, Whitebeard has concerns of his own. De Dressrosa is a long way from the Shinjuku Islands, how can we do both? The current base camp of the Whitebeard pirates is located in the Shinjuku Islands. The long distance means that it takes a long time to go back and forth, and it will also pass through the territory of 4 emperors Charlotte Linlin. Dad, de Dressrosa is so solid, we can make this our new base camp. Ye Fei said directly. Hearing this, Whitebeard fell silent again. De Dressrosa is good. But he was a little unwilling to give up the huge territory of the Shinjuku Islands. You know, that is his base camp in New World, where he has operated for most of his life. Suddenly want to give up, hard to let go. Ye Fei, Shinjuku Islands, I have no intention of giving up. However, since you want to occupy de Dressrosa, then, you will take full control of de Dressrosa for me. Besides, your identity is Shichibukai, the world government won't say anything. After a while of silence, Whitebeard spoke slowly. His idea, since Yifei has taken down Dressrosa, then it is better to let him manage it. Advertisement. Father, I will obey your arrangement. Yifei nodded immediately. In fact, he knew that Papa Whitebeard would not give up the Shinjuku Islands easily. Because he has already regarded it as his home. The reason why I mentioned it was entirely out of respect for my father. Moreover, Yifei has no intention of giving up the Shinjuku Islands. Now that I have put myself in charge of Dressrosa. So it just fits Yifei's plan. First, at least it shows that he has no intention of seizing power. Secondly, occupying 2 territories is definitely better than 1. Once you start a war with Kaido, the chances of winning will increase if you join forces in one place. Yifei, from now on, you are the vice captain of the Whitebeard pirates. Whitebeard said calmly. Father, Yifei just wanted to argue. But was immediately stopped by Whitebeard. Don't say it anymore, you didn't agree last time. Absolutely not this time. Whitebeard's tone was firm. It seemed certain that Yifei would accept the position. Yifei suddenly had nothing to say. Last time, in front of everyone, I rejected my father. Is it coming again this time? 34%. Chapter 155 Kaido's Doubts. Previous chapter. Next chapter. Advertisement. VC. Thinking of this, Yifei nodded silently. Seeing this, Whitebeard was satisfied. As the captain of the pirate group. During this period of time, he has been worried that Yifei will leave him at any time. Also, Yifei has just agreed to stay at Dressrosa. This also made him feel more worried about it. Except for the strength of Yifei, the Whitebeard pirates would definitely suffer a major loss once they were separated from the pirates. Well, making him the mate would at least make his case. Yifei, among the dozen or so captains under me, which ones do you want to stay by your side? Whitebeard looked at Yifei. Since he was allowed to stay here, he must find some capable people to accompany him. Yifei thought for a while. Ace, other things, Dad, you can say whatever you want. Whitebeard broke into a crescent-like smile. This kid is really ruthless enough, and he needs Ace's combat power as soon as he makes a move. Still, Whitebeard is having fun. Ace's temper is very well understood. In the Whitebeard pirates, he refused to accept anyone except himself. However, during this period of time, Ace seems to respect Yifei very much. Ace should listen to Yifei. With Ace's impulsive personality, he really had to find a suitable comrade in arms. In addition, the two are about the same age, and they are sworn brothers, so it is easier to talk about it together. Thinking of this, Whitebeard's hanging heart finally fell to the ground. Then Ace will follow you. I'll pick 2 more captains to stay with you. Advertisement. After Whitebeard finished speaking, Yifei nodded in agreement. Soon, the captain of the 13th Division, Buffalo, Atmos, the captain of the 16th Division Yizeng and Huaquan Ace were left behind. When the Whitebeard pirate flag was planted in the streets of Dressrosa, the whole world is in an uproar. Wanokuni, Ghost Island. Upon hearing the news, Kaido smashed the wine gourd in his hand to pieces. Damn, Newgate, how dare you touch my things? Doflamingo was defeated and Dressrosa was captured by the Whitebeard pirates. Without exception, the Smile Factory will be taken over by the Whitebeard pirates. Then, his plan to build Zone Demon Fruit Power will be postponed. That's why he was so angry. Seeing that Kaido was furious, all the subordinates backed away. This adult is moody, but no one dares to provoke him. Kaido-san, this incident seems to be unusual. Kaido's confidant, Quinn, one of the 3 plagues, suddenly spoke. What's unusual? Looking at Quinn with eyes of coercion. Even Quinn, who is one of the 3 disasters, still has lingering fears when he is seen. I heard that Heavenly Yaksha was defeated by that Yifei and was taken away by Marine. Quinn expressed his opinion carefully. For this matter, he always felt that something was wrong. You mean, Whitebeard is working with Marine? Impossible, absolutely impossible. Advertisement. The Marineford War ended less than a month ago, and they actually cooperate. Quinn, are you kidding me? Kaido would never believe it. Whitebeard Edward Newgate will work with Marine. This is simply a big joke. Facing Kaido's ridicule, Quinn looked a little embarrassed. Kaido-san, then, why was Heavenly Yaksha taken away by Marine just after he was defeated? Hearing this, Kaido, who was originally full of mockery, immediately put away the expression on his face. He also felt very strange about this matter. Quinn, the news is correct, Heavenly Yaksha was taken away by Marine. Kaido asked. Immediately, Quinn nodded to confirm. Yes, I have reliable information. Heavenly Yaksha has just been defeated, and Marine's warship has come. Their men just went to the island to take Heavenly Yaksha away. Hearing this, Kaido fell into deep thought. But make him believe that Whitebeard is working with Marine. That was impossible, as Whitebeard's former companion. Kaido is familiar with Whitebeard's character. For Marine, Whitebeard has always looked down upon. How is it possible to cooperate with them? Tell me what's going on. Unable to figure out why, Kaido looked at Quinn again. I think the key should be Yifei. Under Kaido, the leader of the 3 disasters, Jin suddenly replied. Advertisement. Yifei, the pirate who offered a reward of 5.1 billion Baileys. As Marine scared out of his wits. Giving such a high bounty. And giving the title of Shichibukai. Kaido's heavy fist hit the stone seat. For a fledgling boy, the offer of rewards actually surpassed his own. How does this make him face? Master Kaido, please don't underestimate that kid named Yi Fei. Dressrosa's matter, it is said that he did it alone. One man wiped out the entire Doflamingo pirates. This person should not be underestimated. Jin reminded. Judging from Summit War and this Dressrosa incident, this kid is very unusual. Kaido calmed down in anger. Since this period of time, there have been news of him everywhere. What's the origin of this kid? Why haven't I heard of it before? Kaido was immediately puzzled. At present, I only know that he is from the town of East Blue Rog, and he is from the same place as Roger. Jin replied. Those who can defeat Akainu are considered capable after all. I really want to fight him. It is said that his fruit ability is very similar to mine, is it true? Kaido asked again. He didn't see the image of Summit War. However, his subordinates, but someone saw it, and among them were his 3 right-hand men, the 3 calamities. Chapter 156 Yi Fei occupies Dressrosa, 5 elders shout out. Previous chapter. Next chapter. Advertisement. Yes, when we saw his appearance, we were taken aback. We thought it was Mr. Kaido, you came to Marineford in person, but it turned out to be the one named Yi Fei. This guy is imitating you not only in form, but even in moves and weapons. It's just too shameless. Quinn nodded in confirmation. At the beginning, when I saw the dragon in Marineford, the rice cake and red bean soup in my hand were frightened and scattered on the ground. Fortunately, I finally saw clearly from the back, the color of the dragon is different from that of Kaido-sama. Whoa, how interesting. Kaido burst out laughing. He actually has the ability to have similar fruits. Since this is the case, then must he be powerful. Dragons are the most powerful in this world. Everyone was stunned, and they were still furious just now. How could this become so fast? Master Kaido, we have to guard against this person. Jin reminded again. Woo LLLL, Yi Fei, Yi Fei. Kaido picked up the new wine jug beside him again, and after taking a few sips of wine, he roughly wiped the rum from the corner of his mouth. As one of the 4 emperors, he naturally knew. Advertisement. This time Yi Fei's purpose is not pure. Beating Doflamingo is fake, fighting yourself is real. Last time, when the Whitebeard pirates attacked Marineford, they sneaked into his rear. This revenge, then, seems very reasonable. However, defeated, so what? Wano Kuni also has its own devil fruit production base. That end was ruined, this one was just slower. Also, the Whitebeard pirates dare to confront themselves now. Thinking of this, the corners of Kaido's mouth rose slightly. Dressrosa, leave it to them. Notify Orochi, prepare a new site for us, we want to increase the production base of devil fruit. Also, find Gaisaw Current as soon as possible. Kaido ordered. The production of devil fruit must now be stepped up. And Gaisaw Current is the key. This scientist from the original world government was arrested after the punk hazard explosion, and then escaped. Devil fruit crafting program, he can be of great help. At the same time, the news that the Whitebeard pirates occupied Dressrosa was also sent back to the Holy Land of Mariajoy. 5 elders shouted fooled. Advertisement. Damn, we got scammed by Yi Fei. It turned out that his purpose of squeezing Doflamingo away was to occupy Dressrosa. We thought he would help the world government, we underestimated this kid. Dressrosa is King Riku's territory. Could it be that he just watched it being taken away by Whitebeard? Why didn't he hear from him? King Riku, he probably still has a grudge against us now. HMPH, needless to say, this kid must have reached some kind of agreement with that fellow King Riku. Even if they want to seize it, just rely on the weak and incompetent King Riku, can he stand it? Needless to say Doflamingo, let alone Yi Fei and Whitebeard. This time, they gave us a trick. We have no other choice. There have been rumors outside that we worked with them this time. Marine's taking of Doflamingo is the best proof. The 5 old men were outraged. Yi Fei played them directly this time. And, with their cooperation, Doflamingo was taken care of. But the deal is done. Yi Fei is the 7 warlords of the sea they recognized, and they also let Marine intervene in this operation. Removing Yi Fei's identity for this purpose will obviously be a laughing stock. Forget it, this time he got a bargain, since he wants Dressrosa, let him give it to him. Now we have more important things to do. As long as the balance of the sea is not broken. Well, let Dressrosa's small territory be given to him. Advertisement. Compare with the Whitebeard pirates' capture of Dressrosa. The internal affairs of Marine made 5 elders even more headache. Since the end of the Summit War, 2 forces within Marine are undercurrents. Especially after Sengoku tendered his resignation. The position of Marine's most important marshal is vacant. For this position, the 2 sides have begun to fight openly and secretly. As the ruler of the world government, the 5 elders are more inclined to Akainu, because he can help them achieve their goals at any time. It is precisely this point that they are more optimistic about Akainu. Although last time Akainu let Marine down. But above this matter, they can only choose Akainu. However, Marine's internals, including Sengoku and Garp, lean towards Aokiji. They are all Marine veterans. So, Within Marine, Aokiji's voice is high. If this matter is not handled very well, then, it is bound to cause chaos within Marine. Also, since the end of Summit War, the Whitebeard pirates acquired a powerful pirate like Yi Fei. Originally, the world government wanted him to break away from the Whitebeard pirates. Chapter 157 Who will be the next Marshal of the Marine? Previous chapter. Next chapter. Advertisement. But it never occurred to me that Yi Fei not only did not leave. Moreover, it also helped the Whitebeard pirates take down Dressrosa. It's something that really makes them nervous. Sengoku's resignation has already shocked Marine internally. Pirates all over the world will pay attention to Marine's movements. Now, if a new marshal is not elected as soon as possible, the civil strife in the Marine will not be resolved, and the pirates on the sea will become more and more rampant. The most urgent task at the moment is to decide on the selection of the new marshal. Marshal Marine, how do you think we should deal with it? What's there to talk about? Isn't it discussed before? Let Sakazuki do it. If we intervene directly, not only will the truth be told, it may lead to internal turmoil in the Marine. Both Sengoku and Garp have come to us, meaning to let Kuzan be the marshal, and even Kong is speaking for Kuzan. Once we appoint Sakazuki, well, they're going to be very upset. Then what should we do? This matter is really troublesome. Sakazuki and Kuzan are the strongest fighters in Marine, and neither one will be happy to be the other. That's right, since it's not easy for us to appoint directly, then I propose a way. What? Let the two of them fight a duel, whoever wins will be the marshal. In case Sakazuki loses, Kuzan is not so easy to implement our decision, you should know his character. Hey, why do you look down on him so much? Although he lost to Yi Fei, his ability still surpasses that of Kuzan. Quote. Advertisement. I agree, Sakazuki's lava fruit ability is definitely stronger than Kuzan. If he wins, our goal can be achieved. At the same time, Sengoku and the others will have nothing to say. This is the fairest duel, and it is also the fairest way. Soon, the five elders reached a consensus proposal. Let the two duel. Soon, their orders were passed back to Naval Headquarters. In the high-level conference room of Naval Headquarters, the two parties who had been at loggerheads fell silent instantly after receiving the order from five elders. By the way of the duel, they had nothing to say. Kuzan, it looks like we're going to have a good fight. With a cigar in his mouth, Akainu looked at Aokiji proudly. All the time, although the two never fought. But Akainu has always believed that his strength is definitely more than Aokiji. So, he is very confident. Whatever, I just want to see if you can beat me. Aokiji replied blankly. He is aware of Akainu's strength. But if you want to defeat yourself easily, it may not be so easy. As a Marine Admiral, he has long known that there are high-level officials in the world government supporting Akainu. Sengoku had already told him as well. Of course, he also hopes to get the position of Marshal. Advertisement. Previously, Aokiji had no idea of being a Marine Marshal at all. However, he can't understand Akainu's various behaviors. His idea is that anyone can be the Marine Marshal, but Akainu can't. But now, Sengoku and Garp pushed him out. Must compete with Akainu. You pick the place, you pick the time. Akainu exhaled a puff of smoke ring, confident. Facing Akainu's provocation, Aokiji remained expressionless. It's up to you. Aside, Sengoku's face was livid. Akainu's attitude, he was angry. As the Marine Marshal who has not yet left office, he naturally dislikes Akainu. This man's sense of justice is too extreme, which is why Sengoku doesn't like him. So, he recommended Aokiji who had the same idea as himself. Although Aokiji acts sluggishly, he is very vocal in Marine. However, what Sengoku didn't expect was that the five old men from the world government didn't give themselves face at all, and wanted them to fight on their own. For this decision, he was very angry. But he has made up his mind to leave this position. Now it can only follow the decision of the world government. After all, that's the immediate boss, even Commander-in-Chief Kong can't do anything about it. Sakazuki, Kuzan, if you want to duel, you can choose a remote place. Beside Sengoku, Garp said suddenly. Advertisement. These two are Logia's top combat power. Once it hits, it will be more terrifying than a magnitude 8 earthquake. Must stay away from here. As soon as Garp finished speaking, everyone present immediately supported him. Although the people present were divided into two factions, they still respected the hero Garp extremely. Sengoku said immediately. Then Punk Hazard. Punk Hazard, an island under the jurisdiction of the world government in New World. A few years ago, there was a poisonous gas leak, and now it has become a deserted island. Uninhabited, just right for a two-person duel. Then according to what you said, in 3 days, I will wait for you at Punk Hazard. Akainu exhaled the smoke ring, then stifled the cigar, and immediately stood up. No problem. Aokiji is full of ease. At this moment, Akainu had already walked to the door, and there was a smug smile on his face when Aokiji agreed. Soon, the meeting is over. However, Aokiji is in no rush to leave. After waiting for everyone to leave, Kuzan, I didn't handle this matter for you. Sengoku felt a little sorry. Alara, Marshal, what are you talking about? Aokiji looked relaxed and didn't seem to care about it. Chapter 158 Taking over all of Doflamingo's properties, Ye Fei gets rich. Previous chapter. Next chapter. Advertisement. Sengoku is a little helpless, even at this critical moment, you are still so calm and at ease. Are you sure you can beat him? Sengoku was worried. I support Aokiji myself, but he doubted whether he could beat Akainu. Based on my understanding of the strength of the two for so many years, Aokiji's ability may be slightly inferior. Certainly. Aokiji nodded slightly. In fact, I don't have much confidence in my heart. That said, I don't want Sengoku to have much psychological pressure. Within Marine, Sengoku takes himself very seriously. He also knew that Sengoku had a dispute with the five elders in order to make himself the Marine Marshal. He kept all of this in his heart. Aokiji's answer made Sengoku especially worried. What should I do if I lose? Sengoku asked again. One mountain cannot accommodate two tigers. If Akainu becomes the Marshal of Naval Headquarters, where will Aokiji be placed? Advertisement. That's exactly what worries Sengoku. I never thought about that. Aokiji looked calm and at ease. Duel, this is the fairest way. Even if you lose, it's not ashamed. At least, Aokiji thinks so. Seeing this, Sengoku didn't say much, just looked at Garp, hoping he could say something. I have nothing to say, it's all about the young sailors now, Sengoku, we can't take care of that much anymore, just focus on doing what we have in hand. Garp smiled frankly. Like Sengoku, he also hopes that Aokiji will win, which, for the Marine soldiers, will be good news. But things have come to this point, since we can't go retrograde, we can only push the boat along. Garp. Sengoku hesitated to speak. Master Sengoku, Mr. Garp, I think I should make some preparations. Aokiji stretched and said lazily. His reaction, seeing Sengoku's embarrassed face, Garp was eating on his own. The news that the two admirals of naval headquarters were about to face off spread immediately. It has become the headline of the world daily. You know, those are the two strongest fighters in Marine. The bigwigs in the pirate world have all given a high degree of attention. Whitebeard Edward Newgate, Boys of the Marine, is civil unrest starting? Advertisement. Charlotte Linlin. The show is about to begin. Kaido of the Beasts. Someone come fight me. Meanwhile, Dressrosa. Ye Fei took over Doflamingo's entire industry, Smile Factory, Arsenal, Shipyard, Casino, Treasury. All were taken over by Ye Fei and took over smoothly. When seeing so many industries, even Ace, who is usually not very interested, is shocked. Ye Fei, there are so many industries in Doflamingo, we haven't stopped these days. Ace sighed. There are so many industries in a mere Shichibukai. Just the cash in the treasury has at least 20 billion baileys. In addition, there are mountains of gold, silver and jewelry. Even Ye Fei herself was dazzled. These are fortunes that Doflamingo has been operating for decades. This time, they were swept away by Ye Fei and the Whitebeard pirates. He probably couldn't cry if he wanted to. Just the property is enough for our Whitebeard pirates to spend several years. Ye Fei smiled in satisfaction. Laying down Dressrosa is indeed a very cost-effective deal. It is estimated that Doflamingo will not be able to cry even if he wants to. King Riku, should we share some of it with them? Advertisement. Ace asked curiously. In his opinion, a lot of it is the money of King Riku and the residents of Dressrosa. King Riku. Only then did Ye Fei remember. Then, he replied again. I have no intention of giving it to him. On the side, Ace was a little embarrassed. Then how are you going to use it? Build the most powerful Whitebeard pirates. Ye Fei replied. Since there is so much money, one must first consider one's own interests. Now, there are only a few warships that Dad left behind. As for King Riku, Ye Fei only recognized his status as king and did not interfere with his governance. He wanted to split the money, but there was no door. Create the strongest Whitebeard pirate group. Ace was very surprised. To be able to confront Marine head-on, the Whitebeard pirates are already strong, okay. However, what he didn't know was that Ye Fei had his own ideas. That's right, although the current strength of the Whitebeard pirates is strong, we have suffered heavy losses in Marineford, so we must take advantage of this opportunity to develop. Ye Fei nodded. In the world of pirates, the weak will never have the right to speak. Only when you are strong can you guarantee your right to speak. Four Emperors is just that. Chapter 159 Ace of Maramara Fruit Ability Awakening. Previous chapter. Next chapter. Advertisement. Ye Fei, so you have your own plan. Ace looked at Ye Fei full of doubts. Suddenly, he felt that the Ye Fei he knew now was really different from before. Previously, on the boat, Ye Fei only liked to drink, and then kept drawing nautical charts. And now Ye Fei doesn't seem to be very interested in these things. People, change at will. Our first step, strengthening Dressrosa's defense. Ye Fei answered very clearly. In the original book, Dressrosa is called a fortified island though. This only shows that the location here is better. However, the military defense here is in a mess. Needless to say King Riku. During Doflamingo's reign, the port didn't even have a fort. Of course, no one has attacked him for so many years, firstly because he is afraid of his Shichibukai status, and secondly, with the backing of 4 Emperors Kaido, naturally no one dares to do anything to him. Now that Doflamingo was defeated, it was clear that Ye Fei had pissed off Kaido, and possibly even Charlotte Linlin. Well, now the Whitebeard pirates have taken over here. Once the Beast's pirates are attacked, then Dressrosa will be in danger again. To get this country, Ye Fei's top priority is to do a good job of defense. Only with a stable rear can Ye Fei be able to guarantee an attack. Defense. Ace dragged his chin to think, Ye Fei was right. It is natural to guard the place that is hard to come by. However, compared with passive defense, he prefers to take the initiative to attack. Advertisement. Seeing Ace's serious face, Ye Fei laughed. Yes, Ace, I need your help. Hearing this, Ace seemed a little unhappy. Ye Fei, what are you talking about? Not only did you save me, but we are still brothers, don't say whether to help or not, you can tell me to do whatever you want. Need my help, you really don't treat me like a brother. Since you said that, then I will say it directly. I need you to help me recruit a new crew to join our Whitebeard pirates. Hearing this, Ye Fei looked a little embarrassed. Ace, his personality is too bold. Thanks to saving him at all costs back then, otherwise he wouldn't be like this today. Papa Whitebeard didn't have many left here. I guess I also want to see if I can grow the Whitebeard pirates branch of Dressrosa. In this regard, Ye Fei is very confident. Dad handed over the position of deputy captain to himself. In other words, it also means that he is already the number 2 figure of the Whitebeard pirates. At the same time, it also means that Ye Fei has the right to recruit new crew members. If you want to strengthen the Whitebeard pirates here, you must recruit strong enough people to enter. Ye Fei decided to hand over this most important task to Ace. As the second team captain of the Whitebeard pirates, Ace still has a strong appeal. Coupled with the prestige of the Whitebeard pirates on the sea, Ye Fei believes that recruiting new crew members will not be difficult. The most important point is that Ye Fei has a lot of money in his hands, and there is no problem with food and the like. No problem, Ye Fei, just leave this matter to me. Ace assured Ye Fei confidently. Advertisement. He likes to make friends, which is exactly what he likes to do. It is good. Ye Fei nodded in satisfaction. However, before I go, I have one more thing. Ace said. What? This time it was Ye Fei's turn to feel strange. I want to challenge you once. Ace said expectantly. All along, he felt very strange about Ye Fei's ability to control the fire element. Moreover, the moves used are very similar to him. Although he was surprised by Ye Fei's ability. But he wanted to know more about the difference between his own flame and Ye Fei's. Challenge me, you'll lose. Ye Fei smiled lightly. I know, I just want to try. Ace nodded. Fighting Ye Fei, he knew he would lose, but he wanted to try, just like he did when he challenged Whitebeard. Then I promise you, but we have to find an open place. It is good, after the arrangements are made. Soon, the two came to a suburban vacant lot in Dressrosa. Fire punch. Ace couldn't wait to ignite his fiery fist and attacked Ye Fei. Likewise, Ye Fei greeted Ace with flaming fists. Advertisement. The two flames collided, stirring up a column of fire that soared into the sky. Around the two of them, within hundreds of meters, there was a sea of flames. Ace's ability is really not ordinary. No wonder, he can compete with Aokiji. However, this is not a difficult task for Ye Fei. Soon, Ye Fei's flame suppressed him. Ace, it seems that you need to practice more. Ye Fei smiled smugly. Ye Fei, don't be too complacent. Ace, who was covered in flames, didn't show much worry when facing Ye Fei's flame suppression. Instead, he showed a smug smile. This surprised Ye Fei. This kid, the purpose doesn't seem to be that simple. Immediately, he secretly exerted force, and the ignited flame instantly engulfed Ace. Of course, fire-type ability users are not very effective against Ace. Ye Fei knew this, because Ace's Mera Mera fruit has been practiced to a very high level. Therefore, Ye Fei is not worried about hurting him. The flame completely suppressed Ace, just when Ye Fei thought he was about to defeat him. At this moment, Ye Fei only felt a powerful force coming. Suddenly, a strong aura burst out from Ace's body. Even Ye Fei was surprised by this momentum. This power was something he had never felt before. Originally, the flame that suppressed Ace was turned back in an instant. Immediately, Ye Fei was taken aback. Ace's fire is a little different from before. Chapter 160 The Battle Between Fire and Water. Previous chapter. Next chapter. Advertisement. Fire prison. Ace shouted loudly, and the flames on the ground instantly rose and closed. A flaming cage locked Ye Fei inside. Fire cage. Ye Fei was stunned. In the original book, Ace does not have this trick. Why is there now? Could it be that the original author hid Ace's ability? How can that be? Hey, Ye Fei, let's see if you can escape from my cage. Ace jumped out of the fire circle. Immediately afterwards, the second and third cages rose instantly. Wrap Ye Fei in 3 layers in an instant. Ace, you really surprised me. Ye Fei smiled in surprise. Although he hadn't seen this move before, he felt that with his Logia ability, he should be able to get out of the flame cage immediately. But Yi Fei was wrong. The flames directly blocked his body. Even if Yi Fei turned into flames, he still couldn't get out of Ace's cage. This kid actually used hockey on fire. Yi Fei was secretly shocked. I couldn't pass through it myself. Advertisement. Sure enough, this kid has hidden a trick, no wonder he will find himself singled out. Soon, Yi Fei only felt a burning sensation. This has never been done before. As a user with the ability to burn fruits, he is actually afraid of flames. Yi Fei was speechless for a moment. Had to pull out the dragon tooth. Infuse the armor color, conquerors, into the weapon. Bump. The mace fell, and the flame cage was opened. Yi Fei looked up, and Ace had already landed in midair. Flame God, Flame King Kong. Countless flame guns attacked Yi Fei. The flame gun slashed across Yi Fei's arm, and Yi Fei only felt stabbing pains. Moreover, it was time for Yi Fei to activate the armed color and knowledge color. The flame gun didn't touch Yi Fei directly, and it still hurt. At this moment, Yi Fei knew that his attack was effective for him, and Ace was indeed different from usual. He still hasn't seen this move. Immediately, Yi Fei gripped the mace tightly and swung it to block the falling flame gun. When the dragon tooth hit the flame gun, it actually made a clanging sound. Suddenly, a thought popped up in Yi Fei's mind. This kid's ability, awakened. Only this is possible. Advertisement. Face the ace who awakened Mera Mera Fruit's ability. At this moment, Yi Fei knew that he could no longer be careless. His ability to burn fruit has not been awakened, so he can't deal with Ace at all. Rain Shield. Yi Fei stretched out his right hand, swapping out the ability of the water system in his body. Countless raindrops quickly converged to form a shield of rainwater. Block the falling flame gun directly. What? Ace was in shock. After reacting, I saw that it was a thick wall of water. Yi Fei, you can still use the ability of water. During the time he followed Yi Fei, he discovered a lot of Yi Fei's abilities. Now, there is actually another water system ability. How capable is he? Ace looked bewildered, but he still didn't give up his attack. Countless flame guns fell. When it hit Yi Fei's rain shield, it stirred up huge steam. Soon, there will be white water mist around. Neither can see the other, but both can sense the other. Gravity rain big water balloon. In the sky, huge raindrops suddenly fell. Keep hitting Ace. Advertisement. Although Ace has Logia's fire ability and can avoid attacks. But Ace faced Yi Fei's water. Water, that is the nemesis of fire. Moreover, what he faced was Yi Fei's high-density water. He didn't feel Yi Fei's rain until the basketball-sized water polo landed on Ace, which was so unusual. This rain is too exaggerated. Ace didn't just grow his mouth. At the same time, the whole person kept jumping in the air to avoid Yi Fei's water polo. At this moment, the flames on his body have been extinguished by the falling rain. Ace just launched the flame, and soon, the water polo directly wiped out the fire. Hateful. Ace was secretly anxious. At this moment, the water polo falling from the sky quickly turned into a fist. Top down, bottom up. There are no rules. Ace was overwhelmed, his flames were useless against the water. Even when awakened, he cannot use water to create fire. The ability couldn't be activated, Ace had to jump to avoid Rain Fist's attack. On the side, Yi Fei felt a lot more relaxed at this time. The ground was already muddy, and Yi Fei jumped into the air. In the air, watching Ace run away in embarrassment on the ground. Seeing this, Yi Fei smiled slightly. Chapter 161 Ace's growth ability is amazing. Previous chapter. Next chapter. Advertisement. Water Dragon. The shape of the rainwater changes immediately. The original Yukon immediately turned into a water dragon, swimming towards Ace in all directions. Emperor Yan Great Flame Ring. In a place full of rain, Ace tried his best to use his ultimate move. The rain fell into the fiery red flames, streams of steam, countless white steam rose again. After a long time, the flame disappeared along with the rain. The steam escapes. Before Ace could breathe a sigh of relief, a figure suddenly appeared behind him. Bump. Yi Fei's dragon tooth hit Ace's shoulder directly. What? Ace let out a loud cry instinctively. Then, the whole person fell directly from the sky and fell heavily on the ground. Just as he stood up, Yi Fei was already standing in front of him holding a weapon. As long as Yi Fei's weapon falls, Ace will not be able to escape even if he wants to. However, Yi Fei didn't strike, but stood there quietly watching him. That seems to have to wait for Ace to surrender voluntarily. Yi Fei, I lost. Seeing Yi Fei not moving, Ace realized that he had lost. Ace, you really surprised me. Yi Fei couldn't help admiring. How long has it been? Ace's ability has improved so much. It seems that Summit War is not dead, which is the best result for Ace. What? Advertisement. Ace was a little unresponsive. When did you awaken your fruit ability? Yi Fei asked curiously. A few days ago, Ace said disapprovingly. In order to challenge Yi Fei, he has been practicing desperately every day for this period of time, and finally awakened the ability of Mera Mera Fruit a few days ago. I thought that with the awakening of the fruit, he would be able to fight Yi Fei like nothing else. In the end, he still didn't expect to be defeated by Yi Fei so easily. It is estimated that Yi Fei did not use his full strength in that move just now, otherwise, he would definitely not be able to stand up. So, you came to challenge me. Yi Fei laughed. However, I have already started to admire Ace's growth rate in my heart. That's way faster than Luffy. This is why in the original book, Ace can have the combat power of 7 warlords of the sea before the age of 20. It turned out that his growth rate was terrifying. Just now, if it weren't for the ability of the water system, Yi Fei's fire would not have defeated Ace at all. Hey, I still lose. Ace sighed, looking a little listless. Even though I have worked so hard, I am still no match for you. Seeing this, Yi Fei had no choice but to comfort him. With your growth rate, you will at least be at the 4 Emperors level in the future. 4 Emperors. Ace froze. Fighting like Papa Whitebeard. This, he never thought about it. Can I really do it myself? Ace looked at Yi Fei suspiciously, seeing his sincerity, immediately believed Yi Fei's words. Advertisement. So, I didn't ask too much, instead I remembered the ability Yi Fei used during the duel just now. Yi Fei, what kind of water did you use just now? Why is my fire so hard to light? Hearing this, Yi Fei laughed out loud. Ace, can fire burn before water? This is the ability of Yu fruit. Your fire will definitely not burn in front of him. Faced with Yi Fei's explanation, Ace became even more confused. How much ability will he use? Yi Fei, can you tell me what kind of fruit you ate? This is the question Ace has always wanted to ask. However, Yi Fei has not received a clear reply. Seeing that he was full of expectations, Yi Fei naturally didn't want to let him down. I can imitate the ability of all fruits in the world, do you believe it? Yi Fei asked back. About the god-level selection system, I guess Ace can't understand it. Clone fruit, zone, paramecia, or logia. Ace listened in a cloud of fog. In this world, is there clone fruit? Don't be kidding, okay. All. Yi Fei smiled lightly. You can also do what daddy has? Ace asked curiously. Not yet, but I think I can. Yi Fei told the truth. Advertisement. There is no purchase of Papa's fruit in the system now, so Yi Fei will not use it yet. The reason is that the price is too high. Yi Fei, can you teach me then? Ace said suddenly. Since Yi Fei has so many abilities, he can teach him a few things. Forehead. Yi Fei hesitated. Ace has already eaten the Mera fruit, even if he is given other fruits now, he cannot eat any more. He is a person in the pirate world and cannot eat 2 fruits at the same time. This is also doomed that Ace can only have the ability of the fire department. What's wrong? Yi Fei, can't it work? Ace was slightly disappointed. Immediately, Yi Fei didn't know how to answer, and after thinking about it, he replied immediately. No way. However, you have already eaten the Mera fruit, so you can only do your best to develop the fruit's ability to ultimate. However, hockey or something, I will help you improve. In the world of pirates, even if it is an ordinary devil fruit, as long as it is developed to ultimate, then its strength will become extremely powerful. Like Luffy's rubber fruit. Although the fruit is not outstanding, Luffy has developed very well. Hearing this, Ace could only nod silently. Demon fruit power can only have one ability. As soon as Yi Fei finished speaking, Ace asked impatiently. How do I do it? Hearing this, Yi Fei was full of embarrassment, but he hadn't studied from the beginning to the end. Those are all rewarded by the system. However, according to Luffy's experience, to improve hockey, just like Luffy, you must practice regularly. Chapter 162 The Punk Hazard Showdown. Previous chapter. Next chapter. Advertisement. This. Just as Yi Fei was about to speak, a girl's voice came from behind him. The two turned their heads at the same time. Rebecca and Baby 5 are walking towards this direction. Seeing Baby 5 looking at him with a flushed face, Ace was full of embarrassment. Yi Fei, I have to leave beforehand, let's talk next time. After all, without waiting for Yi Fei's answer, Ace fled with his fists on fire. Yi Fei looked blankly at Ace's fleeing back. What's wrong with this kid? Captain Yi Fei, where did Ace go? The face of Baby 5 in the maid outfit was blushing. Since she was captured by Ace last time, she has been looking for opportunities to get close to Ace all this time. However, Ace avoids him every time he sees him. Regarding Baby 5's question, Yi Fei thought about it. It seems to be shopping, I don't know who to give it to. Baby 5's face turned red instantly. Could it be that he wants to give me a gift? Honey, wait for me. Baby 5 followed Ace closely. On the side, Yi Fei looked at the two people going away, and his heart seemed particularly complicated. Am I doing something good or something bad? However, the maid outfit is really attractive. Master Yi Fei. Rebecca, who was ignored, suddenly seemed a little unhappy. Advertisement. Yi Fei just remembered that Rebecca was by her side. Does it look good? Rebecca looked at Yi Fei with disdain. Isn't it just a little more sexy to wear? A little older, so good looking. No, by the way, how do you know I'm here? Yi Fei changed the topic full of embarrassment. Also, what's your attitude? Just now the place was on fire, except you and Brother Ace, no one can sit out. Rebecca was instantly distracted by Yi Fei. Okay, you came to see me, what's the matter? Yi Fei asked. My grandfather King Riku invited you to a banquet. Thank you for defeating Doflamingo and saving all the people. Rebecca replied. Since Doflamingo was taken away, King Riku has been inviting Yi Fei. However, Yi Fei has been busy taking over the Doflamingo property and has no time at all. That's what I should do. Besides, I also have my own purpose. Yi Fei didn't have much interest in King Riku's invitation. The two sides have previously reached a mutual non-interference agreement. Judging from the original book, Yi Fei didn't like King Riku very much. Therefore, he naturally didn't care about his request. However, since Rebecca said so, I still have to go. Then, the two started walking towards the city together. Advertisement. On the way, Master Yi Fei, I heard that something big happened in Marine recently, do you know? Rebecca asked cautiously. As the princess of Dressrosa, she doesn't have a good impression of Marine. She has lived in grief since she was a child. However, Marine, who upholds justice, did not send anyone to save her. Hee, Rebecca, you're talking about Marine admirals infighting, right? Yi Fei laughed. Rebecca nodded, and heard that it was Marine's strongest combat power. She never saw it either. I know about it. On the day the news of Akainu and Aokiji's impending duel came out, Yi Fei had already been informed. That was 2 days ago. That means they'll be dueling tomorrow at Punk Hazard. As for the ending of this duel, as Yi Fei who is familiar with the original work, it is naturally very situational. The two fought for 10 days and 10 nights, and it ended with Akainu's victory. Originally, Yi Fei didn't have much interest in paying attention to this matter. After all, he had had enough of getting Dressrosa. So, he didn't care. However, being told by Rebecca now. Yi Fei suddenly remembered something. The two duel and Aokiji loses. Advertisement. Aokiji failed. Will he switch to Blackbeard? Suddenly, Yi Fei clapped his hands. That being the case, why didn't I cut off the beard first? Let Aokiji join my ranks. Then there is nothing to teach. Thinking of this question, Yi Fei immediately became excited. Rebecca, you are a genius. Yi Fei couldn't help but praise. If it wasn't for Rebecca's reminder, Yi Fei wouldn't have paid attention at all. Rebecca was stunned. What happened? What he said casually made Yi Fei so happy. What she didn't know was that Yi Fei was already thinking about how to take down Aokiji. The next day, New World, Punk Hazard in the second half of the Grand Line. On these two abandoned islands, the two Marine admirals, Akainu and Aokiji, have arrived at the appointed place on time. The two looked at each other for a long time, but neither of them spoke. This is a long-standing contradiction. Today, it's finally time to face off. Meteor Volcano, Ice Age, Chapter 163 Yi Fei, stop joking, want to recruit Admiral Aokiji. Previous chapter. Next chapter. Advertisement. The two used their housekeeping skills at the same time. This is the fairest duel, even if he is killed by the opponent, there is no complaint. At the same time, the duel between the two at Punk Hazard has been broadcast back to Naval Headquarters in real time by the video phone bug. Inside Naval Headquarters, the two factions also watched intently. You know, this determines the future of one party. The victory of one side will change the internal pattern of Marine. Has it finally started? Naval Headquarters, Sengoku looks sad. Sengoku, let's sit down and eat something. On the side, Garp was eating donuts and drinking tea leisurely, looking like he was enjoying life. Garp, don't you know that this is the battle that will change the fate of Marine? Sengoku scathed. The reason why he is nervous is completely worried about Aokiji. Sengoku, don't forget, we're almost back down. Even if they do, what can we change? Since you can't change it, let's adapt to the situation. Some things, we just look at it. Garp was still eating without haste. Suddenly, Sengoku was speechless. Yes, they will be retiring soon. Advertisement. As long as the new Marshal of Marine appears, then they belong to the second-line veterans. Humph. Sengoku snorted coldly and said no more. As Garp's comrade in arms, he knows very well that Garp is a person who has no desire for power. Otherwise, with his military achievements, his status could at least be equal to his own. Therefore, he chose the position of Vice Admiral and has been unwilling to be promoted. As Naval Headquarters and the world watch the battle. Dressrosa, Yi Fei has made arrangements. Just before departure. Only then did Ace learn about Yi Fei's plan. What? Yi Fei, are you going to Punk Hazard to recruit Aokiji? Are you kidding me? Ace was shocked when he got the news. Yes, our Whitebeard pirates need a strong helper, and Aokiji is very suitable. Yi Fei said. As Marine Admiral, Aokiji's strength needless to say. Besides, Yi Fei likes his lazy and indifferent personality. It is estimated that I can also chat with him relatively well. Yi Fei, don't forget, Aokiji is Marine Admiral. After getting confirmation from Yi Fei, Ace still couldn't believe it. What about Marine Admiral? As long as it can increase our strength, then it's a good thing. Advertisement. Yi Fei didn't think so. Sometimes, many things seem difficult, but as long as it is done, it is success. Why not be able to turn an opponent into a friend, especially such a powerful opponent? Ace nodded thoughtfully. You are right, we do need a powerful helper. But can you guarantee that you can really convince Aokiji? Also, the Marine Admiral duel is just an internal matter. I guess he won't leave Marine easily. For this matter, Ace has his own views. Marine Admiral Aokiji, Ace doesn't know much about it, but he let Luffy go last time. This incident is also a good thing for Ace. For Aokiji's feelings, Ace can't say he likes it, but he can't say he hates it either. What's going on inside the Marine? I think he might leave Marine. Yi Fei smiled lightly. Yi Fei, why do you say that? Ace was full of doubts, he didn't believe Yi Fei's words at all. Then, Yi Fei began to analyze. The dispute between the two factions within Marine has a long history. Aokiji and Akainu represent two different positions within Marine, you should also know. Sengoku resigned as marshal, which gave hope to the two factions. People from the two factions will definitely elect their own people. The position of marshal plays an extremely important role in Marine. Neither faction will definitely give up. Advertisement. Therefore, there is no way to avoid the duel between the two of them. Once the two sides fight and there is no winner, the two will never give up. Whoever loses, the other will leave Marine. What Yi Fei said, Ace suddenly realized. So, you concluded that Aokiji will lose. That's why you want to recruit him. Hearing this, Yi Fei nodded. That's right, I expect him to lose. For nothing else, Yi Fei, who was familiar with the plot of the original novel, naturally knew that Aokiji would lose. Both are Marine admirals, and their strengths should be comparable. Even if we can tell the winner, we won't be able to tell if we don't fight for a few days and nights. Ace has no way of knowing. Last time, the two Marine admirals fought at Marineford. He had witnessed it with his own eyes, all of which were extremely terrifying Logia combat power. What would it be like if these two fought? Oh, that's right. Yi Fei smiled. At this point, Ace is really accurate. After all, the two really fought for 10 days and 10 nights. Then, why don't we ask Dad for instructions first? Asked Ace. Recruiting Marine Admiral is no joke. You know, not long ago, Dad was fighting them to the death. Don't tell me in advance, once the old man loses his temper, it will end badly. Chapter 164 Ace's Mission, Yi Fei goes to Punk Hazard. Previous chapter. Next chapter. Advertisement. I'll take the time to explain it to my dad. Yi Fei nodded. After all, Papa Whitebeard is the captain. However, Yi Fei was not in such a hurry to tell him. Seeing what Yi Fei said, Ace has no objection. Yi Fei, then I'll go with you. On the way, the two of you will at least have someone to take care of you. Hearing this, Yi Fei shook his head. Ace, don't forget, I still have a lot of tasks for you. I hope you can recruit a group of crew members for me before we come back. After being reminded by Yi Fei, Ace remembered that he had a mission. As for Yi Fei's strength, Ace is also more assured. Immediately, he agreed with Yi Fei's decision. By the time things were arranged properly, 3 days had passed. However, Yi Fei is not in a hurry. There are still at least 7 days left for the duel between the two sides. Driving a small boat, Yi Fei headed towards Punk Hazard without haste. For this recruitment Aokiji, Yi Fei didn't know what to do. Now Punk Hazard, only Ace, Captain Buffalo and others. Advertisement. Yi Fei was not at all worried about sending them there. First of all, Ace may still have resistance in his heart. Because Marine has always been a hostile faction in their impression. Once you meet Akainu, it may be another trouble. You know, Akainu wanted to kill Ace last time, but he failed to do so. Secondly, even if Ace is willing to speak, he may not be able to speak. Therefore, Yi Fei decided to go in person. And why go alone in a boat? This trip, Yi Fei does not want to be found by Marine, of course there is another purpose. Punk Hazard. While the battle between the two is going on. 2 deserted islands. On the one hand, it was icy and snowy, extremely cold, and heavy snow fell non-stop in the sky. On the other side, like a volcano erupting, hot magma is flowing everywhere, and flames are burning everywhere on the ground. Ice and Fire Island, the island of ice and fire. 2 extreme weathers appeared in the same place. Of course, this is not the original appearance of the 2 islands. It was the duel between the two that changed the climate here. From the first day they fought, the climate here had changed. Advertisement. This is exactly the scary thing about the awakening of the Logia fruit ability. Kuzan, I didn't expect you to last so long. Akainu, who turned into a magma man, stared at Aokiji opposite him coldly. So far, the two have been fighting for a day and a night. He didn't take any advantage. Aokiji's strength is still extremely strong. Sakazuki, don't be too proud of yourself. Aokiji raised the frozen trident in his hand and pointed it at Akainu in the distance. He has always been disgusted with many of Akainu's behaviors. However, Akainu, who stopped, was in no hurry and dueled him. So what, it's up to you. Do you think you can be a Marine Marshal? Akainu's tone was extremely contemptuous. You can do it, why can't I? Aokiji immediately retorted. Akainu was not angry at his words, and smiled coldly. Kuzan, you are still too naive. Do you think Sengoku and the others support you, so you can become the Marine Marshal? Behind me, what stands is the world government, Marine, Shichibukai, Pirate World, all of which are being dominated by the world government. Even if you can defeat me, the world government will never recognize you, because in their hearts, I am the only one who is the most suitable to be the Marine Marshal. No matter how hard you try, it is just useless work. Advertisement. My view of justice is what the Marine and world government want most. In the current Marine, there are too many weak and incompetent people. The world government is even more unbearable. It's time to clear up. If you are willing to surrender, guarantee me the position of Marine Admiral. You are still Marine Admiral, but you must listen to me in the future. Akainu talked eloquently. The purpose is to shake Aokiji's mind. Because he knew that if he fought like this, he might not be able to take advantage of it. If Aokiji can be distracted, then maybe he can find an opportunity. In a duel between masters, sometimes the difference between winning and losing is just a thought. On the opposite side, Aokiji was still expressionless, but Akainu's words had already stirred up waves in his heart. At the beginning, his purpose of joining Marine was to practice his own concept of justice. However, when he slowly climbed to a high position, he gradually realized that this world is different from what he imagined. So, he's at a loss. Because of confusion, people become lazy. Originally, he hoped to get the position of Marine Marshal to change the current situation. But what Akainu said made him feel confused again. Even if you can become the Marine Marshal, you may not be the one who decides. So what is the difference between this and the original Admiral position? Chapter 165 Guy Sakuron and Virgo. Previous chapter. Next chapter. Advertisement. Aokiji is a little distracted. At this moment, countless iron fists of magma fell in the sky. Ice Age. In a panic, Aokiji responded with his frozen fruit ability. But the magma meteor shower hit him. The magma directly melted the ice and hit him. Aokiji dodged instinctively, but still couldn't avoid it. A magma punch landed on his arm, and soon his entire arm was severely burned. Seeing this, Akainu had a smug expression on his face. It seemed that his psychological warfare was very effective. Previously, he used psychological warfare to deal with Ace. If Yifei hadn't stopped him, he would have successfully killed Ace. Now, Aokiji is on the move too. Then, your chances of winning will increase. Meteor Volcano, just when the two were dueling. Punk Hazard, within Iceland, abandoned research institute. A group of people are hiding at the bottom of the research institute. Earlier, they got word that Akainu and Aokiji were going to fight here. I hid in the research institute ahead of time. Outside, there were loud rumbling noises from time to time. It can be felt in the lowest level research institutes. At this moment, the group of people were trembling with fear. Advertisement. Master, how long will they fight? The subordinates of the research institute asked in fear. Outside, it was a Marine Admiral level duel, enough to destroy everything. Shish. Don't worry everyone, this matter will pass soon. Guy Sakuron, whom his subordinates call Master, comforted him. At this moment, he is also terribly afraid. But here, he is the boss of the research institute, and he can't be ashamed in front of his subordinates. Guy Sakuron, previously known as the number 2 scientist of the world government. Currently, I am working with Doflamingo to study SAD, the raw material of Smile. 2 years later in the original book, it was taken away by Luffy and Trafalgar Law. In the research institute, Guy Sakuron kept comforting his subordinates with good words. At this moment, a man wearing black sunglasses walked into the research institute. Wearing a white grid coat, the man looked particularly grim with lightning-shaped sideburns on both sides of his face, with crumbs stuck to his face. Virgo, you are here. Guy Sakuron stretched out his hands, making a welcome gesture. Guy saw, remember to call Virgosan. Virgo looked stern. A few days ago, he got word that Doflamingo had been defeated and sent to the underwater prison Impel Down. Don't say anything between us, Virgosan. Guy Sakuron smiled. Turning to look at his subordinates gently. Dear subordinates, please go out for a while, I have something to talk to Virgosan. Yes, master. Wait until the subordinates leave. Advertisement. Damn it, Guy, are you trying to trick your subordinates again? Virgo said with a look of disdain. Guy immediately spread his hands. No way, who made me their master? Virgosan, let's talk about our business. In front of Virgo, Guy Sakuron is still very polite. You know, Virgo is one of the top cadres of the Dover family. He is so powerful that even Guy Sakuron, who is gas fruit, can be easily caught by him. In addition, he is highly valued by Doflamingo. Guy Sakuron didn't dare to offend. Virgo nodded slightly. Then, he leaned directly on the sofa. Immediately afterwards, an unusually serious expression appeared on his face. Guy Sakuron in gas form immediately floated in front of Virgo. I heard that the Joker was arrested, is this true? Guy Sakuron asked in doubt. A few days ago, he got word that Doflamingo had been captured by Marine. He has been trying to contact Doflamingo since then. But the other party's phone bug has been turned off. Yes. Virgo nodded expressionlessly. Guy Sakuron immediately asked, could it really be Yifei from the Whitebeard pirates who did it? These days, the news of Yifei spread all over the world. It was widely reported that he had captured Dressrosa. Humph, Yifei from the Whitebeard pirates did it. Advertisement. He crushed Dover straight away. Virgo's tone was extremely angry. But at the same time, I feel helpless in my heart. The image of Doflamingo in his heart is like a god. But Doflamingo was defeated, and there was nothing he could do. He could only watch helplessly as Dressrosa fell into Ye Fei's hands. Moreover, he has not been able to save Doflamingo. Guy Sakurong immediately asked, "Then what shall we do?" A few years ago, he teamed up with Doflamingo to help him research artificial devil fruit. Currently, it is just in its infancy. Unexpectedly, Doflamingo was accidentally caught. Then, it is difficult to continue the research on Punk Hazard. Because, the previous research funding was all provided by Doflamingo. That's why I came to you. Virgo replied. As a Marine, he didn't think about Dover's arrest either. For a moment, he didn't know how to deal with it. So, I found Guy Sakurong. Virgo-san, the Institute has no funds. I see, the research here is to be terminated. Guy Sakurong frowned. As the number 2 scientist of the world government, it is his dream to study devil fruit. To stop now is a huge blow to him. Before that, he was wanted by the world government because of his research on devil fruit. Chapter 166 Only Kaido can rescue Doflamingo. Previous chapter. Next chapter. Advertisement. For scientists who use life to conduct research. Once stopped, the pain can be imagined. Pause, just pause. Virgo sneered. The owner has been arrested, and what is the use of studying this? Now he is thinking about how to save Dover. Everything else is not important. So, where should we go? It's all that damn Whitebeard pirates, and that Ye Fei, where the hell did it come from? Guy Sakurong suddenly lost his target. Immediately, he turned into an entity and sat beside Virgo with a sad face. A pirate who suddenly appeared. Actually defeated Akainu in the Summit War. Also, Doflamingo was dealt with shortly after the war ended. Whitebeard pirates, Ye Fei, I will take revenge for this revenge. Now is not the time to talk about this, let's discuss how to rescue Dover. Virgo has nothing to do with the Whitebeard pirates, Ye Fei's now. As Dover's subordinate, the first priority is to rescue Doflamingo. Advertisement. Forehead. He was captured by Marine. Guy Sakurong broke out in a cold sweat. Thinking of Virgo's coming this time, it was actually this idea. Marine. Guy, look at you scared. Virgo was full of disdain. On the side, Guy Sakurong screamed nervously. Virgo, that's Marine. Marshal, Admiral, impel down, no one can escape from there except the great pirate Golden Lion. It's impossible to save the Joker. You're going to go alone, I'd better hide here. Since being caught by Marine last time, he managed to escape. Now, trying to save someone from impel down. How can that be? Guy, it's impossible for the two of us, but someone should be able to. Virgo replied lightly. He knew very well that with the strength of himself and Guy, it would definitely not work. Besides, he is still the base chief of the Marine branch. Not very suitable for rescue. Who? Advertisement. Guy Sakurong looked nervous. 4 emperors, Kaido of the beasts. Virgo finally spoke. Guy Sakurong's complexion changed drastically, his eyes popped out, his tongue stretched out, and the expression on his face was extremely exaggerated. The name of 4 emperors is like an insurmountable mountain. Just the sound of it can make people terrified. And it is true. Now, only Master Kaido can rescue Dover. Virgo confirmed. Beside him, Guy Sakurong just reacted. Virgo, what do you want to do? Come with me to meet Kaido-sama. Virgo replied calmly. In a word, Guy was so scared that he broke into a cold sweat. Virgo, please spare me, that's the 4 emperors, he could eat me anytime. All along, Guy has heard that Kaido is moody. If he rushed forward, he could do anything. Even if he had to hide for the rest of his life, he would not want to meet Kaido. Oh Guy, don't you want to keep working on devil fruit? Virgo asked intentionally. Yes, but I will never go to Wano-kuni. Advertisement. Virgo-san, you'd better go alone, I'll just stay in Punk Hazard quietly. When your research funding arrives, I will continue to help you with your research. Guy Sakurong shook his head resolutely. Humph. Virgo snorted coldly. Then he said. Above, there are 2 Marine characters fighting. If I bring you to Marine at this time, then you will spend the rest of your life in Impel Down. You know, you are a wanted man in Marine. Just right, I can also make a big contribution to Marine. Hearing this, Guy Sakurong immediately jumped up. Shouted nervously. Virgo, don't mess around. Virgo glanced at him. To go or not to go? Facing Virgo's naked threat, Guy Sakurong's face flushed red. Then, his eyes rolled. Immediately thought of something. Virgo, even if I'm caught, aren't you afraid that I will bite you back? Don't forget, although you are Marine, you are the undercover agent arranged by Joker in Marine. Hearing this, Virgo smiled coldly. Hee, do you think Marine will believe you? Guy Sakurong looked at each other coldly. Then try it, I know a lot of your secrets, if you ask, you have nowhere to go. At that time, in Impel Down, you, me, and Joker will all be companions. Chapter 167 I am the key to artificial devil fruit. Previous chapter. Next chapter. Advertisement. After finishing speaking, Guy Sakurong spread his hands and looked indifferent. He is still clear about the truth of killing fish and breaking nets. In the words, it is quite ironic. Virgo then fell silent. Well, it seems that I have to kill you here. Guy Sakurong hated his teeth itching. He knew that Virgo, who was a senior cadre of the Don Quixote family, could do it. Immediately, I couldn't help feeling a little worried. But as soon as he thought about it, a smile appeared on his face. Virgo-san, if you really kill me, you'll never save Joker. Virgo immediately became interested. Tell me about it. Guy Sakurong smiled and said, you said so much, you just want to save Joker. You can use Kaido if you want. But, you know, what does Kaido need? Virgo immediately replied, man-made devil fruit. Guy Sakurong nodded immediately. That's right, it's man-made devil fruit. But you must know that the technology of SAD, the most important raw material of man-made devil fruit, is in my hands. Once I'm captured or dead, Kaido can't make artificial devil fruit. Even if Kaido saves Joker, he will kill him. So. For Guy Sakurong's explanation, Virgo thought about it for a while. Then nodded. Huh, you are right, you can't die now, so it seems that I have to find Kaido myself. Advertisement. Guy Sakurong showed a smug smile. That's it. If I go to meet Kaido with you and he stays in Wano Kuni, is it necessary for them to rescue Joker? Hearing this, Virgo suddenly realized. Guy Sakurong is right. Once he goes to Wano Kuni, Kaido will definitely leave Gaisa to help produce artificial devil fruit. With the most critical person. Why would they take the risk to save an irrelevant character? Guy Sarah, I didn't expect you to be quite smart. Hearing this, Guy Sakurong immediately smiled. Virgo-san, you'd better go by yourself. If Kaido wants artificial fruit, then I cannot be found by him. In this way, there is hope to rescue Joker. Regarding his words, Virgo immediately stood up. It seems that this is the only way to go. Originally, his plan was to take Guy to talk to Kaido. But now, Guy Sa must not go. If Kaido wants to grow stronger, he must artificially manufacture devil fruit. Although Wano Kuni is also working on a man-made devil fruit project. But the most critical SAD production technology is in the hands of Guy. Just hold on tight to Guy Caesar. There is hope for Joker to be rescued. Then please go ahead. Guy Sakurong smiled heartily. Humph, Guy, stay in Dressrosa with peace of mind, don't run around. Advertisement. Virgo reminded. Although he knew that Guy Sakurong, who was a wanted criminal, would not escape. But he still has to make the necessary reminders. Virgo-san, I just wish to study devil fruit. This is my paradise. I can't bear to leave here. Guy Sakurong laughed. As a former world government scientist, he never gave up on the research of man-made devil fruit. Virgo nodded, then looked to the top of his head. Damn it, I haven't finished playing yet, so how can I have dinner with peace of mind? Overhead, the two marine admirals are dueling. New world, somewhere on the sea. Yi Fei was lying on a small boat, basking in the sun leisurely. It's still days before the battle between Aokiji and Akainu ends. Yi Fei was at ease. Treat it as a vacation while you have nothing to do. Yi Fei pondered. However, the purpose of this time, he did not forget. Recruiting Kuzan was not easy either. However, once the recruitment is successful, it will become an indisputable fact that the strength of the Whitebeard pirate group will increase greatly. But how can Aokiji be recruited? Advertisement. Yi Fei began to calculate. In the original book, after Aokiji's defeat at Punk Hazard, Akainu became the Marine Marshal. Aokiji didn't want to be with him, so he left Marine. As for why he cooperated with Blackbeard, Yi Fei couldn't figure it out. After all, there is no explanation in the original book. With Aokiji's character, he should get along better with Shanks. Blackbeard, on the other hand, has huge ambitions. And Aokiji doesn't have much ambition. Then why should you cooperate with him? Yi Fei didn't understand very much. However, at this moment he has made up his mind that he must win Aokiji to his side. For this reason, Yi Fei thought for a long time how to talk to him. At this moment, he suddenly remembered that after the defeat, Aokiji lost a left leg. I wonder if I can help him. Yi Fei sat up suddenly. Instinctively, Yi Fei's first thought was to stop Akainu from hurting Aokiji's left leg. Since then, it has helped him. But soon, Yi Fei shook his head. Aokiji wouldn't know he lost his left leg if he made a rash move. Maybe they will be artificially interfered with the duel between the two. In Aokiji's heart, this must be the fairest matchup. What's the matter with helping him? Chapter 168 Paramecia, Op Fruit. Previous chapter. Next chapter. Advertisement. Definitely will be discussed by him. Maybe it will attract hostility between the two at the same time. Thinking of this, Yi Fei immediately dismissed the idea. Even if he knows the plot here, Yi Fei can only follow the development of the plot and watch him lose his left leg. Then I can only pretend I don't know. Yi Fei lay down again. Since he can't directly help Aokiji solve Akainu, Yi Fei can only hope that he can help him after the battle is over. Help him heal. Yi Fei suddenly had an idea. You know, Aokiji's duel not only lost his left leg, but also burned his right half of his body, so he can only rely on Frozen Fruit's ability to help. Speaking of treatment, Yi Fei immediately thought of a very familiar person, that is Trafalgar Law, who was known as the Surgeon of Death. Full name Trafalgar D. Water Law. Members of the D clan. It may be too late to go to Trafalgar Law now. Yi Fei doesn't even know where this guy is now. Find him. Maybe Aokiji has already left too. Can't find Trafalgar Law though. But Yi Fei is a god-level system. Advertisement. Luo is called Death Surgeon because of his op fruit ability. In Yi Fei's system, this fruit has also been noticed before. However, there has been no option to redeem. Thinking of this, Yi Fei opened the system panel and began to search in the column of fruits. Soon, a red-shaped fruit appeared in front of him. 10,000 experience points. For Yi Fei, the price is not high. The previous battles have accumulated a lot of experience points. Anyway, it can be integrated. Without thinking too much, Yi Fei directly chose to exchange. Ding. Host successfully exchanged op fruit, deducting 10,000 experience points. Op fruit. Yi Fei looked at the blood-red fruit exchanged from the system. Like a red heart beating in the hand. This is the fruit that Trafalgar Law has in the original book. Yi Fei is naturally clear about the ability of this fruit. In the original book, Sabayati Archipelago, Punk Hazard, Dressrosa, and Luo all used similar abilities. Moreover, this fruit is also extremely unique. In the original book, it has the ability to give human beings eternal life and is coveted by various forces. Many big shots want to get this fruit. Once obtained, then, it already means that there is a chance to obtain eternal life. Advertisement. Luo, don't blame me for eating the same fruit as you. Yi Fei smiled. Then he opened his mouth, brought the fruit to his mouth, and took a bite. The body that has undergone many fusion fruits has already adapted to the uncomfortable state at the time of fusion. Ding. Open black lens bracket. Host successfully integrated op fruit. Close black lens bracket. Open black lens bracket. Host gets op fruit combat skill. Slaughterhouse. Close black lens bracket. Open black lens bracket. Host acquires op fruit combat skill. Scalpel. Close black lens bracket. Open black lens bracket. Host acquires op fruit combat skill. Cutting. Close black lens bracket. Comma. The skills Yi Fei is familiar with are rewarded to the account one by the system. At the same time, various skills and moves were churning in Yi Fei's mind, and he quickly accepted all the information. All the abilities of op fruit have been successfully integrated. Today, a new power has been acquired again. The corner of Yi Fei's mouth raised slightly, and then he stretched out his right hand. Room. A light blue light and shadow, generated from Yi Fei's right hand, rapidly enlarged. Then a circular space is formed. This is the space where the op fruit ability makes. In this space, all objects will be dominated by Yi Fei. Advertisement. Looked up and down. Yi Fei was a little proud. It seemed that the space he created at will was much larger than that of Luo. The ability of Devil Fruit will change according to the strength of the owner. If the owner is weak, it will be difficult to display the fruit ability. On the contrary, if the owner has a strong ability, then the fruit ability can also display the ultimate. In the original book, using the surgical ability will consume a lot of physical strength. Also, overuse will consume the lifespan of the owner. Therefore, this fruit is a double-edged sword. It allows the owner to gain powerful abilities, but it can also harm the owner. Currently, Yi Fei doesn't feel any strain. This may have something to do with not fighting. Thinking of this, Yi Fei immediately put away the space. If it is not intended to help Aokiji heal, Yi Fei has no plan to eat this fruit at present. Then, Yi Fei lay down again, drifting with the wind, and with his own strength, he could kill Dressrosa in half a day. As for where you are now, it doesn't matter. While Yi Fei was basking in the sun leisurely on the sea. Naval Headquarters. Sengoku, already anxious like ants on a hot pan. The battle has been fought for 5 days and 5 nights, so far, although the winner has not yet been decided. But judging from the live broadcast of the battle between the two, Aokiji has fallen behind. Chapter 169 Aokiji's Defeat, World Government's Attitude. Previous chapter. Next chapter. Advertisement. The position of Marine will fall into the hands of Sakazuki. This idea pops up in Sengoku's mind from time to time. This guy is going to be the marshal of the Marine, so these low-level soldiers are going to suffer. Akainu's iron-blooded justice concept made many grassroots soldiers unbearable. Seeing that Aokiji may lose this battle, there's nothing Sengoku can do. He wants to do something. However, this duel is fair. He had nothing to do, he could only watch the screen anxiously. Sengoku, the legs are back, don't worry so much, everyone has their own way, and Kuzan is the same. Garp reassured. I see. Sengoku smiled wryly, but didn't say much. The 6th day, the 7th day, the 8th day. Aokiji has been clearly overpowered by Akainu. Facing Akainu's magma attack, Aokiji mostly just defended. Advertisement. On the 9th day, Aokiji's left leg was melted by lava. But he still persisted. Kuzan, give up. Sengoku couldn't bear it. If this continues, Kuzan might be killed directly. But he knows that Aokiji is not someone who gives up so easily. He won't give up until the last moment. Kuzan Admiral. The soldiers who heard the news burst into tears. You know, the image of Kuzan in their hearts is much better than that of Sakazuki. For Akainu, they respect out of fear. But for Aokiji, they love from the bottom of their hearts. If someone is sad, then someone is happy. The holy land of Mariajoy, where the 5 elders gather. After 9 days of waiting, the result is finally coming out soon. The 5 old men breathed a sigh of relief. Akainu's plan to take over as Marshal of the Marine will soon be completed. All this met their expectations. Soon, someone raised a new question. Advertisement. Will this lead to internal turmoil in the Marine? HMPH, Sengoku Garp and the others agree to the duel. Even if the soldiers at the bottom are unwilling, what else can they do? If the people at the bottom dare to make trouble, needless to say, just obliterate it directly. We must ensure Akainu's absolute leadership position within Marine. The 5 quickly reached a consensus. Next, that's Aokiji's problem. This time, he was about to lose the duel. The question of where to stay made the 5 old men very uneasy. You know, his strength is close to that of Akainu. Once he fails, is it possible for him to be content with the status quo and continue to do Marine Admiral? With Aokiji's character, he will definitely leave directly. It would be a great loss for both the world government and the naval headquarters if he was allowed to go directly like this. Within the world government, is there any place for him? Of course, 5 elders wants to keep this superpower. Although they don't want him to be a Marine Marshal. Is it possible for him to accept the position of Deputy Marshal? It is absolutely impossible for him to settle under Akainu, the Deputy Marshal. How could he agree? There is no suitable position for him in the world government. How about asking Sengoku to talk to him? Sengoku, this will definitely hate us, he won't say it, even if he wants to. I don't think Kuzan will agree. Advertisement. This matter is really a headache. Just transfer him to Mariajoy. The position is up to him to choose. No matter what, such a person must not fall into the hands of pirates. That's right, if someone like him becomes Marine's enemy, he will be in trouble. We must prepare for the worst now. Once he leaves, Marine will lose a major force. Marine's Admiral will only be left with Pelusalino. One Marine Admiral is definitely not enough. Even so, when the matter is over, let's see the result. If Aokiji insists on leaving, then start the plan of world conscription. The 5 old men discussed for a long time about Aokiji. Of course, they don't want Aokiji to leave. But if he really wants to leave, in order for Marine Admiral to have sufficient numbers, world conscription must be activated to maintain naval headquarters status above the sea. Just the day after the 5 elders' deliberation. Punk Hazard, Aokiji, finally fell. Lost to Akainu at the cost of severe burns on the right side of the body and the entire right leg. Kuzan, do you think you can beat me? However, he is really tenacious enough to fight with me for so long. I recognize your strength. Akainu walked up to Aokiji without haste, and silently lit a cigar. You can kill me. Aokiji lay on the ground expressionlessly. Chapter 170 Akainu leaves, Yi Fei meets Aokiji. Previous chapter. Next chapter. Advertisement. After 10 days and 10 nights of dueling, he was already exhausted, and his injuries made him unable to move at all. Even though he lost the duel was fair to him. The weak prey on the strong, and if you lose, you lose. Aokiji has no complaints. Kill you. In that case, Marine will suffer a heavy loss. Akainu exhaled a smoke ring. All the while, he and Aokiji were at odds. But let him kill Aokiji, it is a bit reluctant, after all, it will cause heavy losses to Marine, which is really a pity. For him who is about to become Marshal of the Marine. I also hope that Aokiji can continue to stay in Marine and play for him. Humph. Aokiji snorted coldly. Did not answer. Losing the duel means losing the position of Marshal. People like Akainu can become Marine Marshals, so I still have to follow him. Impossible. What? Do you want to say more? Akainu asked coldly. Let's not deal with it all the time, forget it, if you want to kill me, hurry up. Aokiji was a little impatient. At this moment, if he is to follow Akainu, he would rather die. Kuzan, you are trying to trap me in injustice. Advertisement. Your life, I don't want it yet. Akainu shook his head with a helpless expression on his face. As Marine Admiral, he naturally knows the image of Aokiji in Marine. Kill him here, I am afraid that many people in Marine will not be convinced. Keeping Aokiji can also prevent the demise of the population. In addition, you can also earn yourself a good name in the Marine. Most importantly, he felt it was a pity to kill Aokiji. Stay here and think about it. After all, Akainu ignored him and turned around to leave. Not far away, a Marine warship is waiting for him. Sakazuki Admiral, Kuzan Admiral the accompanying Marine soldier asked. Don't worry about him, he knows how to get back. Akainu replied impatiently. Seeing this, the soldiers did not dare to ask more questions. Then he pulled anchor and set sail. Punk Hazard, Iceland Aokiji lies expressionless on the frozen ground. The bloodline on the left leg has begun to solidify. The magma burn on the right side of his body also began to ease. Aokiji still didn't move. At this moment, he thought a lot in his heart. Stay in Marine, or go abroad. Since the age of 19, he has been in the Marine for nearly 30 years. Advertisement. In the past 30 years, he has experienced a lot. From a young boy, to an experienced sailor, to the admired Marine Admiral. Let him leave Marine just like that, and I feel very sad in my heart. But if he stayed in Marine, would he just watch his own Akainu execute absolute justice? Single quote. It seems that I can't get used to it a long time ago. Do you still want to obey his orders and do things for him? He can't do it. On the one hand, he misses Marine, on the other hand, he hates Akainu's actions. At this moment, he has infinite contradictions. At this moment, not far away, a young man walked slowly. In the snowy Iceland, every step is a deep footprint. Aokiji, who was lying on the ground, did not get up. The man's steps were composed and extremely steady. Moreover, this person's aura is very strong. Aokiji was wondering who this person was. A voice came over. Kuzan Admiral, we meet again. It was Yi Fei who came. Whitebeard Pirates, Deputy Captain. Aokiji was a little surprised. Just when he was still wondering, Yi Fei had already walked in front of him. Advertisement. Then, without further ado, he squatted down, stretched out his hand, and checked his left leg. At present, the left leg is gone from the thigh down. At the base of the thigh, the blood had already congealed. Seeing this, Yi Fei didn't say much, took out the painkiller prepared in advance, and applied it directly to his thigh. Woo! Aokiji moved his right leg instinctively. He was puzzled by being drugged suddenly, and the person in front of him was Yi Fei from the Whitebeard Pirates. The medicine is applied over the wound. Soon, the pain in the leg gradually disappeared. Yi Fei, why did you appear here? Aokiji asked inexplicably. I happened to pass by here and learned about the duel between you and Akainu, so I wanted to see it. Yi Fei lied. He didn't just pass by, but came here especially for Aokiji. If I said it directly, I was afraid that Aokiji would think it was too purposeful. Therefore, Yi Fei lied. He had arrived near Punk Hazard a day earlier. Just to wait for the absolute end. I just saw that Akainu was gone, so I came here immediately. Hey, Yi Fei, what do you mean by treating my wound? Aokiji asked curiously. We seem to be enemies. Some at war, I intend to kill you. 7%. Chapter 171 Chatting. Previous chapter. Next chapter. Advertisement. Hearing this, Yi Fei smiled lightly. Of course, this time I came prepared. Kuzan, thank you for not killing Luffy at Marineford. He's my brother now. Help you deal with the wound, it's just a matter of raising your hands. Yi Fei's words were extremely plain, and he tried to understate it as much as possible. Aokiji silently nodded. This reason seems to make sense. Aren't you afraid that after I recover from my injury, I will trouble you again? The Whitebeard Pirates are Marine's enemies. Aokiji didn't get up. I know, but that's your freedom. Besides, you and I are not necessarily enemies now, right? I am the 7 warlords of the sea recognized by the world government. You are Marine Admiral. After applying the medicine, Yi Fei bandaged the wound on his leg. Then, sat on the snow next to Aokiji. At this moment, Aokiji still didn't get up. 2 people, one lying down and one sitting. The scene seems a bit strange. However, Yi Fei didn't care. But this move really made Aokiji very interesting. Last time, the two had a duel, but there was no winner. However, Yi Fei sent Akainu flying in front of him. Advertisement. Aokiji can see clearly. Marine Admiral. Aokiji gave a wry smile. He was tired of carrying the reputation of Marine Admiral. If it's not that I can't understand Akainu's behavior. He will not compete for the position of Marshal of the Marine at all. All along, he didn't have much ambition. This is completely different from Akainu. Why, is there anything unhappy? You are Marine Admiral, admired by thousands of people. Yi Fei asked intentionally. Humph, is Marine Admiral really that good? Do you know why Senior Garp didn't want to choose to be Admiral? Aokiji smiled wryly again. Why? Yi Fei pretended to be curious. Even if you dislike other people's actions, carry out their will. In Marine, he is not used to all kinds of constraints. So, he would rather like to communicate with the soldiers than talk to those high-level officials. Aokiji sighed. Therefore, Garp is unwilling to become Marine Admiral. Hearing this, Yi Fei immediately asked. So, do you have the same idea? Asked by Yi Fei. Advertisement. Aokiji froze suddenly. What does this boy mean? Also, why should I tell him this? This is a pirate with a reward of more than 5 billion. It is obvious that he and he are just enemies. Just talking casually. Aokiji replied casually. Yi Fei laughed immediately. Just say it, I don't think so. After listening to your words, I feel that you don't seem to be happy in Marine. Hearing this, Aokiji looked embarrassed. The words just said were immediately discovered by this kid. No, there are still many good places in Marine. Facing Aokiji's answer, Yi Fei nodded. So, do you still want to go back to Marine as Admiral? Yi Fei asked intentionally. In the original, he was defeated by Punk Hazard. Resigned Admiral's position and left Marine. That's why Yi Fei brought up this topic on purpose. Sort of, Aokiji replied in embarrassment. At this moment, what he is most afraid of is that someone will suddenly ask this question. Because, until now, he hasn't figured it out yet. A few days ago, I saw a report that the duel between you and Sakazuki was for the position of Marine Marshal. Advertisement. This time, you will be Admiral, so, is he the Marine Marshal? Yi Fei replied. Of course, Yi Fei didn't directly say what he lost. Hearing this, Aokiji smiled lightly. Allah, I lost, not only broke my leg, but also lost the position of Marshal. Aokiji's answer was very straightforward. Win or lose calmly. That's his character. If you go back now, you have to accept Akainu's leadership. Yi Fei said to himself. Although talking to himself. But the words are for Aokiji to hear. Because Yi Fei knew, Aokiji couldn't understand Akainu very much. So, he will definitely refute. Next, Aokiji's reaction was exactly as Yi Fei expected. Go back. Follow his command. How is it possible? Absolutely impossible. There was a little excitement in Aokiji's words. Hearing this, Yi Fei feels that the opportunity has come. If you don't go back to Marine, where can you go? Yi Fei asked calmly. Forehead. Suddenly, Aokiji fell silent. He was very troubled by this question. Now, before him, there are only two choices. Go back to Marine, or leave Marine. Chapter 172. Things are not that simple. Previous chapter. Next chapter. Advertisement. I don't want to go back. But where to go now? Why don't you join our Whitebeard pirates? Yi Fei asked tentatively. Whitebeard pirates. Impossible. First am Marine. Little devil, what are you talking about? Aokiji's instinctive first reaction was to refuse. As Marine Admiral, how could he agree to become a pirate? You know, Marine, pirates are irreconcilable. Also, not too long ago, the Whitebeard pirates were wreaking havoc at naval headquarters in Marineford. How long has it been? Marine Admiral is going to be part of the Whitebeard pirates. Isn't it a joke? No matter from the outside, or from his own heart, it is impossible for him to agree immediately. Yi Fei was not angry at Aokiji's refusal. Wanting him to leave Marine suddenly and join his own team must be difficult to accept for a while. But Yi Fei naturally won't give up easily. In the original book, Aokiji joined the Blackbeard pirates. That's what he's thinking. The rest is just a matter of time. If you want to keep coming back to Marine, I won't stop you. Advertisement. Marine is your home, you can choose to stay. But if you leave Marine, I want you to be my crew. The Whitebeard pirates need strong partners. You can do what you love, conquer the world, or just relax. Whitebeard pirates, don't interfere, how about it? Yi Fei revealed his plan. He is sincerely inviting Aokiji. As a sea fan, Yi Fei still likes this role very much. Aokiji, who was lying on the snow, suddenly turned his head and looked at Yi Fei. I saw him looking at himself with sincerity. I feel that this person is very sincere. However, let him immediately leave Marine and join the Whitebeard pirates. He simply can't do it now. If you do this, what will the sailors brought out by themselves think? Immediately, there were mixed feelings in my heart. For a moment, Aokiji didn't know how to answer. Seeing that he didn't answer, Yi Fei knew he was hesitating. Of course, Yi Fei knew that it was impossible for him to agree immediately. After all, Aokiji is also a very principled person. Let him suddenly abandon the past and become Marine's enemy, I am afraid it is difficult for ordinary people to do. Therefore, Yi Fei is very clear about this matter and cannot be rushed at all. The two looked at each other for a while. Aokiji finally spoke. I will consider your suggestion. Advertisement. Yi Fei nodded. That's good, I hope to meet next time, not an opponent, but a crew member who can drink together. There was a slight smile on Aokiji's face, and he nodded silently. It's also quite interesting to receive the invitation from the world's highest bounty pirate. The Whitebeard pirates are also better than other pirates who do evil. I should go too. After Aokiji said, a block of ice extended from the left leg and turned into a left leg. At this moment, his strength has gradually recovered. The wound on the left leg has also begun to heal after treatment. Okay, before you leave, have a drink. Yi Fei nodded. Then, a bottle of red wine prepared in advance was placed in front of him. Then, watching Aokiji slowly sit up, he looked at the wine bottle on the ground. Take off the cork, face the wine bottle, and drink the wine inside in one gulp. Next, stand up. He looked at Yi Fei with a serious expression. This wine is good, I like it. After saying that, Aokiji turned and left. Yi Fei smiled lightly. Then next time, let's drink more together. Aokiji, who was walking, suddenly stopped. What is your goal of becoming a pirate? One Piece. Aokiji didn't look back. Do not. Advertisement. I want to build a peaceful world where there is no killing. Yi Fei looked at Aokiji's back and replied. What is the big secret treasure One Piece? Although Yi Fei was very curious, he wasn't very interested. Coming to the world of One Piece, Yi Fei wants to dominate the world of One Piece. The reason why I said that to Aokiji was just because I didn't want him to think that I was too purposeful. After a while of silence, Aokiji took another step. By the sea, a tall penguin was dozing off in the sea, with snot bubbles from time to time. That is Aokiji's pet penguin, Camel. Hey, don't sleep. Aokiji casually yelled at it. Bump. The snot bubble burst, and the penguin, camel, woke up, and then he spread his arms and waved towards Aokiji nonstop. It looks very cute. Aside, Yifei immediately fell in love with this penguin. This penguin looks very cute. It should be interesting to use it as a pet. However, it is said that this penguin has a cold-blooded hardcore style. As long as anyone dares to say that he is cute, he will go around endlessly. Of course, Yifei dared not provoke it. Aokiji jumped on the penguin. Yifei has come to the shore. The two looked at each other for a while. Aokiji patted it lightly. The penguin was very sensible, then turned and left. Looking at the back of Aokiji going away, Yifei felt a little bit sad. Chapter 173 Yifei broke into the research institute. Previous chapter. Next chapter. Advertisement. Recruit forces like Aokiji. Not an easy task. Moreover, there must be no haste. Will he follow me? Yifei thought to himself. His attitude just now did not express his position. This is exactly what Yifei is worried about. If he leaves Marine and joins the Blackbeard pirates, it will be a huge blow to the Whitebeard pirates. After thinking about it, Yifei soon calmed down. Even if I can't join, I can't say much. In the world of One Piece, everyone has their own freedom. This is one of the reasons why I like it. On the shore, Yifei stood for a long time. Until Aokiji's figure disappeared above the sea. Yifei turned around and looked at the two ice and fire islands. On the opposite side of Fire Island, even if Yifei was standing here, he could still feel the energy there. As expected of an Admiral-level duel, even the weather and climate can be changed all the time. After reading the opposite side, Yifei turned his head again and looked at Iceland. According to the plot of the original book, Guy Sakurong should be in the research institute in Iceland at this moment. Advertisement. Immediately, Yifei began to look for the entrance of the institute. The first purpose of coming to Punk Hazard this time is to recruit Aokiji. Second, Yifei wants to meet Geisa Current, the so-called second scientist in the world government. After looking around the island for a week, Yifei successfully found the entrance. Institute, the lowest level. Guy Sakurong just breathed a sigh of relief. After waiting for 10 days and 10 nights, the duel between the two Marine admirals finally came to an end. At this moment, he was planning to take a good rest. These days, he spent every day in panic and fear. Finally wait until this incident is over. Currently, the Institute's funds have been exhausted. Sad research progress will be suspended. It seems that I can't go out during this period of time. Those two troublesome guys are finally gone. Guy Sakurong secretly sighed. Then, sitting on the sofa board, thinking about how to start the next step of research. At this moment, a group of soldiers wearing antivirus suits and carrying oxygen cylinders suddenly broke in. What are you doing? Being suddenly intruded by this group of people made Guy Sakurong very unhappy. Master, someone broke into the research institute. The soldiers reported immediately. Advertisement. The institute's video phone bug captured that someone was entering the institute. Hearing this, Guy Sakurong was taken aback. What? Is that Admiral Aokiji? Guy Sakurong asked immediately. Could it be that Virgo leaked his location? Previously, Virgo had threatened to give him to Marine. If this is the case, then it is estimated that he will be with Doflamingo. Report Master, not Admiral Aokiji. The soldiers answered immediately. Guy Sakurong breathed a sigh of relief immediately. Since it's not Marine Admiral, there's nothing to worry about. Someone dared to break into the research institute of a world government scientist. Do you want to live? This man looks mysterious. I want to see if he has eaten the guts of a leopard. Guy Sakurong was furious immediately. Report Master, this person is wearing a thick coat and a hat. We have no way to see the face of the person coming. The soldiers reported. Before coming to Punk Hazard, Yifei knew that the climate in Iceland was cold, so he specially prepared clothes and put on a hat. Hey, hurry down and arrest this man. Advertisement. Later, I will go over to interrogate, who sent it here. Guy Sakurong laughed. Since it wasn't Marine, he was relieved. Yes, Master. The soldiers dispersed. Then, Guy Sakurong turned on the effect phone bug in the room. A figure suddenly appeared on the projector. Judging by his figure, Guy Sakurong judged that he should be a young man. However, because of wearing a hat, Guy Sakurong couldn't recognize that it was Yifei. Boy, you are not small. It's just right, I can catch it for research. Guy Sakurong suddenly showed a weird smile. As a scientist of the previous world government, Guy Sakurong often used living people to do research. Now, this person broke in and could be used as a research object. On the projector, the stranger quickly made contact with his subordinates. In an instant, his group of subordinates were immediately knocked down to the ground. Even Geisa Current didn't see this scene clearly. However, he always believed that this person's background should not be too big. The subordinates were defeated in front of him. Guy Sakurong couldn't help but fly into a rage. Chapter 174 let him come to find him on his own initiative. Previous chapter. Next chapter. Advertisement. Damn it, you dare to make trouble in my territory. Twice. Let me go out and clean you up myself. After all, Guy Sakurong immediately turned into a gas form. In this form, it looks like a ghost. Ordinary people will unconsciously feel fear when they see it. Research Institute, SAD warehouse. Yi Fei looked at the huge SAD container after removing all the miscellaneous fish. A huge glass container filled with a green liquid. This is the ingredient of smile. Yi Fei murmured. Looking at more than 10 huge containers. Yi Fei sighed a little. Doflamingo paid a lot of money. Suddenly, Yi Fei remembered. In the original book, Trafalgar Law and Virgo seemed to have fought in this place. Luo's move directly cut off all the containers, and also divided Virgo in the full-body armed form into two. Even the entire island was sliced open by Luo's slash. Then, Virgo was chopped into 8 pieces. It seems to be here. When Yi Fei looked around, a group of people wearing gas masks rushed over again. Advertisement. Yi Fei defeated them all and gained a lot of experience points. Although Yi Fei has read the original work of pirates. But he doesn't know much about the internal structure of the Punk Hazard Institute. Instead of looking for Geisa Current in the huge institute. It's better to wait for him to come. Anyway, here is his most important research result. I don't believe you don't come. Yi Fei thought to himself. This is exactly what Yi Fei came here for. Putting on the hat was nothing more than worrying that Gai Sakurong would run away after seeing him. Instead of passively looking for it, it is better to sit back and wait. I'm thinking about it. A ghost suddenly appeared in front of Yi Fei. Shish. A ghostly body with a strange smile. It's finally here. Save me the trouble of looking for it. The corners of Yi Fei's mouth rose slightly. Little ghost, do you know that this is the Research Institute of World Government? Who gave you the guts to come here? Gai Sakurong reprimanded sharply. Ah, I know, but you seem to have been expelled from the world government. Your current status seems to be a fugitive. Advertisement. Didn't expect you to dare to go back to Punk Hazard. Doflamingo must have cost a lot. Yi Fei mocked. Previously, Gai Sakuron secretly researched weapons of mass destruction in Punk Hazard, which caused a big explosion, causing Punk Hazard to become an island of poisonous gas. That's why he was arrested by the world government, but he didn't expect to be escaped by this guy. What Yi Fei said surprised Gai Sakurong a little. Damn it, kid, how do you know so much? Gai Sakurong was very angry that others knew his details. Ha ha, Yi Fei smiled but didn't answer. On the side, Gai Sakurong began to ponder. This kid knows so many secrets about himself. Today, he must not be allowed to leave. However, he still couldn't see Yi Fei's face clearly. Little ghost, you know too much. Today, I will never let you leave alive. If you want to blame you for knowing too much. After all, Gai Sakurong gave an order. The subordinates swarmed up and rushed straight at Yi Fei. Just when these miscellaneous fish were about to approach Yi Fei, a strong momentum suddenly burst out from Yi Fei's body. Immediately, the miscellaneous fish fell to the ground one after another. Conqueror's Hockey. Advertisement. Gai Sakurong suddenly broke out in a cold sweat. At this moment, he felt an extremely strong aura from Yi Fei. Just the imposing manner made him feel unbearable. Conqueror's Hockey, one of the few. Looks like you know. Yi Fei smiled coldly. Who are you? Gai Sakurong shouted excitedly, sweating profusely all over his body. In this uninhabited underground research institute, a person with Conqueror's Hockey unexpectedly appeared. This is really scary. However, when Yi Fei took off his hat, Gai Sakurong was so frightened that his eyes almost popped out. Yay. Fly. Gai Sakurong replied tremblingly. Isn't this person the one who made a fuss in Marineford not long ago? And, it was he who beat Doflamingo and took his place. Currently, the pirate with the highest bounty in the world is second only to Roger. At that moment, Geisa Current finally recognized it. This guy, why did he come to this place where the birds don't shit? Gai Sakuron, the supreme authority on weapons of mass killing. Yi Fei stared at him intently. There was also a weird smile on his face. You, want to, do. Chapter 175 Controlling Gai Sakurong. Previous chapter. Next chapter. Advertisement. Gai Sakurong seemed a little incoherent. He didn't know the purpose of Yi Fei's sudden visit. Moreover, this person also knows that he is in the research institute. Could it be that Doflamingo told him? Question for Gai Sakurong. Yi Fei didn't answer. Instead, he slowly extended his left hand. Room. A light blue space was created from Yi Fei's palm. The space enlarged, and Gai Sakurong was still standing in the space created by Yi Fei. How can that be? Gai Sakurong immediately realized that this seemed to be Luo's skill. Rumor has it that as long as people are in this space, they will become like patients on the operating table. Why does Yi Fei have it too? Scalpel. Put your hand on Gai Sakurong's heart. Whoosh. A heart with body tissues jumped out immediately. Immediately, it flashed into Yi Fei's hands. Gai's heart, packed in a cube. The heart in Yi Fei's hand was beating endlessly. Puff puff, puff puff. Advertisement. Yi Fei, what are you doing? Seeing his heart being dug out, Gai Sakurong cried out in horror. You guess. A cold smile appeared on Yi Fei's face. I. Gai Sakurong was completely in disarray, he couldn't even speak fluently. At this moment, he didn't know what to do. Puff. Yi Fei tightly held the cube heart in his hand, and squeezed it with a little force. Over there, Guy Sakurong yelled in pain immediately. It hurts. At this moment, his gaseous gas form has disappeared. The whole person rolled on the ground in pain. As long as I crush your heart, you will die. Yi Fei replied blankly. Like the original, the heart cut out by a scalpel. The other party will not die, but as long as this heart stops beating, then the other party will definitely not survive. This is where Trafalgar Law succeeds. In the original book, he exchanged 100 pirate hearts for the status of 7 warlords of the sea. This is also the success of Op Fruit. As long as you grasp the other person's heart, then this person will be controlled. Yai Fei, Master Shichibukai, please let me go. Advertisement. Whatever you ask me to do, I will do it. Guy Sakurong lying on the ground began to beg for mercy. Facing Yi Fei, he couldn't think of anyone who could be stronger than him. Even moving out of Kaido now will definitely not help. Seeing his sincerity, Yi Fei slowly let go of his hand. That's good, Yi Fei replied lightly. Then, open the system panel and put Guy Sakurong's heart into the system warehouse. Of course, this was done in front of Guy Sakurong. However, Yi Fei's system panel, except for himself. No one else can see it. Guy Sakurong just saw his heart disappear suddenly. Disappeared. Master Yi Fei, where did my heart go? Suddenly, an inexplicable panic greeted Guy Sakurant. Although he is fine now. But being controlled by someone else's heart is indeed too terrifying. Your heart, please leave it with me first. I'll take care of it for you. Yi Fei said deliberately. As long as he controls his heart, then he can control this person. Hearing this, Guy Sakurong breathed a sigh of relief. Advertisement. It seems that Yi Fei has no plans to kill him yet. It wouldn't be that much of a hassle if you wanted to. But the heart was dug out by someone, and from then on, it will be controlled by others. Guy Sakurant expressed his helplessness. Master Yi Fei, what do you want me to do? Guy Sakurong suddenly asked with hospitality. The whole person suddenly changed dramatically. This made Yi Fei really curious. Help me research man-made devil fruit. At this moment, Yi Fei finally revealed his purpose. The second purpose of coming to Punk Hazard this time is to make devil fruit. Artificial devil fruit. Guy Sakurong looked blank. Is there a problem? Yi Fei asked intentionally. Guy Sakurong was so frightened that he quickly spread his hands. No, I'm just wondering why the Whitebeard pirates also need man-made devil fruit. He has studied devil fruit for so long. Never heard of the Whitebeard pirates being interested in man-made devil fruit. Because, that is Zone's fruit ability. No one in the Whitebeard pirates had ever contacted him before. Yi Fei shook his head. It's not the Whitebeard pirates, it's me. Of course, Yi Fei just had a sudden idea these days. Chapter 176 Help me produce devil fruit. Previous chapter. Next chapter. Advertisement. Originally, he didn't like man-made devil fruit. But in order to enhance the strength of the Whitebeard pirates, he had to make some preparations in advance. 4 Emperors Kaido, Charlotte Linlin all have their own development plans, man-made devil fruit, Titan plan. Of course, the Whitebeard pirates cannot be left behind. Yi Fei didn't inform Father Whitebeard of this incident because of a temporary idea. Judging from the situation in the original work, there is still a lot of uncertainty in man-made devil fruit. Even those that are successful, there are still side effects. Therefore, at present, artificial devil fruit is still too risky. But the risk is high, and it does not mean that it will definitely fail. Therefore, Yi Fei wanted to try, so he took advantage of this recruitment of Aokiji and met Guy Sakurong by the way. Hearing this, Guy Sakurong nodded silently. But at this moment, he still has a lot of doubts in his heart. You know, his and Doflamingo's man-made devil fruit plan is top secret. Apart from Kaido, not even 4 Emperors Charlotte Linlin knew. After thinking about it, it should be Doflamingo who explained the plan to Yi Fei. Master Yi Fei, I will definitely help you. Guy Sakurong immediately promised. He didn't want to ask too many questions to save himself trouble. Advertisement. You know, the Yi Fei in front of him is someone who dares to hit even Akainu. For a small character like him, he could be killed at any time. That's good, I only have one request, and that is to develop an artificial devil fruit without side effects. Yi Fei nodded. For him who knows the side effects, he naturally does not want to produce a failed product. Yes. Guy Sakurong nodded. Produce devil fruit. Helping Kaido is also doing, helping Yi Fei is also doing. Still not the same. In Guy Sakurong's opinion, there is not much difference in this point. However, the heart was controlled by someone. However, soon, a look of embarrassment appeared on his face. Seeing this, Yi Fei asked, why are there other questions? The institute has run out of funds. Guy Sakurong had a sad face. Since Doflamingo's arrest, the institute's funding has been cut short. Without his financial resources, there is simply no way to continue the research. You don't have to worry about the funds, I will provide you with new funds. Advertisement. Yi Fei gave his order to Guy Sakurong. Yi Fei still has doubts about Guy Sakurong's character. Even if he wanted to recruit, a guy like Guy Sakurong couldn't be easily obedient. Then, there is only awe. So, he just used the Op fruit ability, which took his heart. As long as his heart is held in his own hands. No matter how much he dared not be disobedient. Hi. Gai Sakurong immediately showed a smile, and then saluted Yi Fei with a standard salute. Previously, it was Doflamingo who did the research, but now it is Yi Fei. Both are 7 warlords of the sea, and both have 4 emperors behind them. Behind Doflamingo is Kaido. Yi Fei has Whitebeard behind him. However, Yi Fei's strength is much stronger than Doflamingo's. His strength is no less than that of 4 emperors, maybe even surpassed 4 emperors. Otherwise, his reward would not be so high. Follow Yi Fei and the Whitebeard pirates, better than Doflamingo. But Gai Sakuron soon thought of Virgo. This guy came to the research institute a few days ago. Advertisement. He was trying to save Doflamingo from impel down. Guess it will, he may have gone to Wano-kuni. Once Kaido shows up, he might not be able to avoid trouble. In addition, recently, another 4 emperors of New World, Charlotte Linlin has also sent someone to contact him. Hope he helps with titanization research. However, so far, they have not started a formal cooperation. Once the Ant's subordinates are found again, it will be another troublesome matter. It is really difficult to be a scientist who concentrates on his work. Thinking of this, Gai Sakurong couldn't help feeling a little flustered. It's too difficult to be a man among the 3-4 emperors. But now his heart is in Yi Fei's hands. He can instantly kill himself at any time. Now, we can only live day by day. However, what Yi Fei said next made Gai Sakurong even more helpless. Gai Sa, from now on, you can only work for me. Kaido, Ant, you are not allowed to cooperate with him. Yi Fei ordered, with an unquestionable tone. He knows that Gaisa is not only working with Kaido, but also with 4 emperors anti. In the original book, Gai cheated Charlotte Linlin of a large sum of money. Chapter 177 discovered Yi Fei and Aokiji contact. Previous chapter. Next chapter. Advertisement. Of course, Yi Fei didn't want Gai Sa Current to get on his own head. Therefore, his heart must be taken away. In that way, Gai Sakurong will be obedient. Forehead. The sweat on Gai Sakurong's forehead broke out again. Yi Fei knew about Kaido and him, so forget it. People from 4 emperors Charlotte Linlin only came once, and he knew all about this kind of thing. Where did this guy get so many confidential information? Suddenly, Gai Sakurong had to look at Yi Fei differently. This person is even more powerful than CP9. Can you do it? Yi Fei asked coldly. There was infinite killing intent in his eyes. As long as he dares to refuse, Yi Fei can kill him immediately. Kaido, don't even think about using him for research. Gai Sakurong nodded repeatedly. Yes, yes, yes. After all, Gai Sakurong continued to ask. What if they want to come over? Yi Fei thought for a while, and then replied. Then you pretend to study, especially the 4 emperors' aunt, you must not really do things for her. Advertisement. Otherwise, I can crush your heart at any time. In the original book, Punk Hazard chapter. Gai Sakurong caught many children. Let them eat drugs with extremely strong side effects, and turn those children into titans. Of course, the mastermind of the Titan project is Charlotte Linlin. In this regard, Yi Fei certainly does not allow it. Therefore, Yi Fei vaccinated him in advance. As long as Gai Sakurong really helps Charlotte Linlin, then it is absolutely impossible for him to let him go. Master Yi Fei, what if they know that I am not sincerely helping them? Gai Sakurong asked timidly. If they really found out, he would die as well. However, Yi Fei answered him with just one sentence. Kaido, Big Mom, I will destroy them one by one. Hearing this, Gai Sakurong was stunned. He didn't know that the man in his 20s in front of him actually had such great ambitions. For a long time, Gai Sakurong was so shocked that he couldn't say a word. Those are the 4 emperors who rule the world. What you're doing now, just help me make an absolutely safe man-made devil fruit. Others, you don't have to worry about it. Advertisement. After saying that, Yi Fei turned around and left. Until Yi Fei left, Gai Sakurong slumped on the ground. Originally, the 4 emperors were already difficult to deal with. Unexpectedly, another one popped up. Although Yi Fei didn't look very fierce, every word he said made Gai Sakurong shudder. How terrifying is this young man? Not long after Yi Fei left, the subordinates who had been stunned by Conqueror's haki slowly woke up. Master, why are you sitting on the ground? Where was that person just now? Why did we faint here? Gai Sakurong didn't understand the problems of his subordinates. He just lifted his clothes and looked at his empty chest. This time, it was controlled by someone. Gai Sakurong had no choice but to shake his head helplessly. On the other side, Yi Fei walked out of the institute. Of course, Yi Fei knew that this person was very unreliable. But his research ability is still extremely powerful. Therefore, Yi Fei needs him. Although I am worried that Kaido will come to snatch Gai with Big Mom. Advertisement. But for Gai Sa, Yi Fei has no place to arrange. In addition, Punk Hazard has a sound research institute, which is difficult to transfer for a while. Therefore, Yi Fei can only keep him here. This time, Yi Fei has already fulfilled the 2 purposes of coming here. As for the effect, Yi Fei can't directly guarantee it. But doing it is better than not doing it. Looking up at the sky, Punk Hazard's Iceland is still snowing heavily. Yi Fei put on the hat. Yi Fei jumped into the sky, stepped on the thin line, and started to rush back. Nothing is perfect in this world. Just when Yi Fei thought it was perfect, he didn't think of it. The fact that he came to Punk Hazard alone has already been sent back to the Holy Land Mariajoy by the video phone bug. That is the video phone bug of the secret cipher pulled directly under the world government. Since the previous generation of CP9 members was disbanded, the new CP9 is already conducting covert espionage operations around the world. Of course, the duel between the two Marine admirals at Punk Hazard is also within their supervision. Originally, their plan was to monitor the two admirals, but they didn't expect to find Yi Fei in the video. They saw the contact of Yi Fei and Aokiji, the world's highest bounty pirate, contact with Marine Admiral. Chapter 178. The world government attaches great importance to urgently launching the world conscription. Previous chapter. Next chapter. Advertisement. The world's highest bounty pirate, contact with Marine Admiral. This is a top priority for the world government. Immediately, CP9 members immediately reported the matter to 5 elders. I heard that the great pirate Yi Fei appeared in Punk Hazard. 5 elders was also extremely shocked. Soon, they got together. Watched the scene where Yi Fei and Aokiji make contact together. However, due to the harsh climate in Iceland, coupled with the relatively long distance to affect the phone bug, they didn't know what Yi Fei and Aokiji said. He just saw Yi Fei take care of his wound, and at the same time, the two talked for a while. Then, the picture was covered by blizzard. There is no way to find out. But the contact between the two has already made these 5 people feel extremely nervous. After reading it, the 5 of them discussed again. Advertisement. How did Yi Fei run to Punk Hazard? Needless to say, he knew that the two admirals were dueling, so he must have gone there on purpose. What can he do there? Still running to the abandoned research institute. Could it be that there are still people in there? Abandoned research institutes are not the point. That's right, the research institute has been abandoned for a long time. It's full of poisonous gas. I guess it's just curiosity. Compared with this, I'm more concerned. What did he and Kuzan say? That's right, that's the most important thing. Video phone bugs don't have their conversations. I think Yi Fei is planning to recruit Kuzan. Is it possible? Probably not. Kuzan is Marine Admiral. Marine has a very strong sense of justice. He should not agree to cooperate with pirates. But don't forget, he lost the duel, and the position of Marshal of Marine already belongs to Sakazuki, and has nothing to do with him. Let him work under Sakazuki. Do you think he will be convinced? Once he leaves Marine, do you think, where will he go? Yi Fei, can you think so long term? Maybe he really has this idea. This kid is a ghost. We have no way to intervene in Dressrosa's affairs. Let him take advantage of it for nothing, and make us have nothing to say. Don't underestimate this kid, he might be stronger than we thought. We don't know yet whether this kid is going to recruit Kuzan. Rather than just sit and wait for death, why don't we just find Kuzan and find out by asking? That kid Kuzan probably has a lot of complaints against us right now. Don't forget, we support Sakazuki. If we bring him here now, can he tell the truth? It's useless to recruit him. Even if Kuzan wants to leave, there is nothing we can do to stop him. Sengoku will definitely speak for him, and we have no direct evidence of what happened between him and Yi Fei. At this point, we can only prepare for the worst, that Kuzan may leave. Advertisement. Once he really leaves, Marine's combat power will be affected. In order to ensure Marine's status in the sea, I propose to start the world conscription plan as soon as possible, recruit new Marine admirals and replenish Marine strength. Will the world conscription start so soon? No way, we have to prepare in advance. That's fine. Before that, let's go to Wahian and ask Lord IM for instructions. When it is uncertain whether Aokiji will leave Marine. The 5 elders have judged that things are getting serious. So, get ready to start the world conscription plan ahead of schedule. A few days later, Naval Headquarters, Marineford. When he heard the news that Aokiji was back at Naval Headquarters, Sengoku went to meet him immediately. Kuzan, your leg. Sengoku felt infinite regret. This is Marine Admiral, lost a leg, what happened? Allah, Marshal, my leg is fine. Does not affect walking. Advertisement. After all, Aokiji activated his ability immediately. An ice leg immediately appeared in front of Sengoku. Kuzan, I'm sorry about this incident. For Aokiji, Sengoku felt helpless. At the same time, I felt very guilty. If he hadn't resigned suddenly, he wouldn't have provoked such a scene. Originally, however, his plan was to hand over the marshal position to Aokiji. But he didn't expect to attract the opposition of the 5 old men. Now he is no longer the marshal, unable to make any decisions. Marshal, what are you talking about? Aokiji replied casually. He has no regrets about losing the position of marshal. Seeing Sengoku's apologetic expression, Aokiji could only comfort him. You needn't say it, I'm no longer the Marine Marshal. This morning, the appointment letter from the world government was down, and Akainu has taken his place from now on. Chapter 179. Aokiji leaves, Sengoku's helplessness. Previous chapter. Next chapter. Advertisement. The two just met. Seeing Akainu's proud expression, Sengoku was also angry. What I can't stand the most is his proud look. Oh, it's Sakazuki now. Aokiji's tone was rather helpless. He was dissatisfied with Akainu becoming the Marine Marshal. But that is the fairest result. Hearing this, Sengoku had a premonition that there was something wrong with Aokiji's expression, which seemed wrong. Kuzan, what are your plans next? Sengoku asked. What followed was a moment of silence. Leaving the Marine. Aokiji replied meaningfully. Hearing this, Sengoku's face was extremely serious. Although he had thought that Aokiji might leave before. But now that the words came out of his mouth, Sengoku couldn't accept it for a while. You know, Aokiji is a sailor who he watched grow up. Over the years, he has made great contributions to Marine. I want to leave suddenly, and I feel very reluctant in my heart. At this moment, he suddenly felt that he had made a serious mistake. If he hadn't resigned from the position of Marshal, then things would never have developed to this point. Advertisement. But the matter has come to this, how can we turn back? No longer thinking about staying. Sengoku couldn't help but ask. I have made up my mind. Aokiji replied lightly. Prior to this, he had already planned that if he lost, he would leave Marine immediately. Hearing this, Sengoku nodded slightly. He knew that once Aokiji made up his mind, no one else could control him. Where are you going? To Sengoku's question, Aokiji just lazily replied. I don't know yet, I plan to travel for a while before talking about it. Next, where to go? Aokiji didn't make a plan. Since the moment he lost the duel, he began to think about this question. However, if you think too much, you will get tired easily. At the moment, Sengoku asked again. It reminded him suddenly of the conversation with Yi Fei. Intuitively, he felt that Yi Fei was not a simple person. I do have the idea of joining the Whitebeard pirates in my heart. But just after leaving Marine, he joined the pirate camp. Wouldn't that chill the hearts of those low-level soldiers? Therefore, he did not immediately agree to Yi Fei's previous invitation. Sengoku nodded. If one day you want to return to Marine, then come back. Aokiji smiled lightly. Advertisement. As long as Akainu is around one day, there is absolutely no way for him to come back. When I came back to the headquarters today, I just planned to clean up and pass by Sengoku to say goodbye. This is my resignation report, please pass it on to the new Marine Marshal. Aokiji handed the report to Sengoku. On the way back, he had already written his resignation letter. Then, he began to pack his luggage and prepare to leave. Sengoku has mixed feelings. Just leave. Just wanted to continue to say something. Outside, there was a rush of footsteps. Report to Marshal Sengoku, Kuzan Admiral. A sailor hurried over to report. This is the Marshal's order from Naval Headquarters. I'm no longer Marshal. In a panic, what's the matter? Sengoku asked casually. The Grand Marshal Sakazuki held an emergency meeting. Notify Marshal Sengoku that you are going to a meeting. The orderly was a little flustered. Just me? Sengoku asked, then looked at Aokiji. The orderly looked troubled. Yes. Advertisement. Immediately, Sengoku's face looked extremely ugly. Kuzan hasn't left yet, and his identity is still Marine Admiral. An emergency meeting is called to avoid him. What does he mean? Sakazuki, don't tell me, in your heart, you already exclude Kuzan. Hateful. Sengoku was very upset. Master Sengoku, I have nothing to do, I think I should go. Aokiji had already packed his bags. It was just a small package. After staying in Marine for decades, before leaving, he didn't plan to take anything with him. Kuzan. Sengoku hesitated to speak. Thank you and Mr. Garp for your care for so many years. Aokiji left the last word. Then, he pushed the door straight out. Naval Headquarters, conference room. Sengoku came in angrily. Sitting directly on his own seat, he looked at Akainu coldly. At this moment, Akainu was sitting on the marshal's seat with a freshly lit cigar in his mouth. Akainu seemed a little embarrassed by the sudden glaring. I've just become a marshal, and that's how you see me. Sengoku's face is not very good. All the cadres at the Marine Vice Admiral level present saw it. Chapter 180 Marine High Level Meeting. Previous chapter. Next chapter. Advertisement. However, no one dared to ask why. The venue was silent for a while. Inspector Sengoku, what's the matter with you? Akainu asked awkwardly. This morning, he received the world government's letter of appointment as marshal. At the same time, Sengoku has also been appointed by the world government, the Marine Superintendent, responsible for helping train recruits. Sakazuki, why didn't you inform Kuzan to come? Sengoku asked coldly, with a questioning tone in his words. Seeing this, Akainu explained. Kuzan, his injury is still not healed, so there is no notification. Why, do you want him to come to the meeting? No problem, I can send someone to fetch him now. Sengoku sneered. No, he has left Marineford. This is the resignation letter he asked me to forward to you. From now on, he will not be a sailor. After saying that, Sengoku threw the letter in his hand directly in front of Akainu. What? Kuzan Admiral is gone. Advertisement. Why didn't he come to say goodbye to us? He has been in the Marine for nearly 30 years. Just leave like this, isn't it too rude? Many cadres at the Vice Admiral level present here began to talk about it. Some Vice Admirals who were originally on the side of Aokiji expressed regret. However, some are very happy in their hearts, because one less trouble has been lost. But Garp and M's Crane didn't say a word. Seeing the resignation letter, Akainu froze for a moment. Kuzan reacted pretty quickly. As soon as he became the marshal here, he left. Really don't give a little face. If he wants to leave, then leave. Akainu took a long puff of the smoke ring, and put the resignation letter on the table into his pocket. He had expected Aokiji's departure. So, he didn't care. Although Marine lost a combat force, there's one less irony in Marine. Besides, he can't understand Aokiji's laziness and that so-called benevolent justice. Advertisement. Let's go, just right. Sakazuki, what's the matter with you this time? Just tell me quickly. I still have to work on mine. Akainu's words made Sengoku very impatient. He wanted to finish his sentence now and walk away immediately. Aside, Akainu seemed unhurried. Instead, he took off the cigar from his mouth and snuffed it out. You have also seen the recent situation on the sea. Since the Whitebeard pirates made a big fuss in naval headquarters, they have not stopped, and they have kept their own territory safely. Instead of quickly occupying the site of the former Shichibukai Doflamingo. 7 warlords of the sea recognized by the world government, they dare to move. Not only that, I also got news. Yifei and Fire Fist Ace of the Whitebeard pirates are recruiting pirates in the waters near Dressrosa. It can be said to be extremely arrogant. What do you think our marine needs to do? Akainu just finished speaking. The hardcore vice admirals under him immediately catered. The marshal is right, the Whitebeard pirates are too arrogant, they dare to move the world government's territory. Advertisement. I also got the news that Fire Fist Ace recruited pirates everywhere under the instruction of Yifei. The intention is not simple. Otherwise, why would he recruit so many outlaws? That's right, Yifei is too arrogant, even the celestial dragons Doflamingo dared to move, so, next time it will be our marine's turn. For this kind of pirate, we must not tolerate it, we must get rid of it as soon as possible. Yifei is developing power under the heels of our world government, completely ignoring us marine. Ace is not only recruiting pirates, but also, the nearby islands have been looted, we must take him down again. Members of the Hawks, be impassioned. Of course, some are pure rumors, such as Ace's manipulative looting. The purpose is only to arouse the anger of all marines, so as to achieve their goal of destroying the Whitebeard pirates. Seeing this, Akainu was very pleased with the proposals of these subordinates. On the side, Sengoku and Garp didn't speak. In fact, they knew the root cause of Yifei's occupation of Dressrosa. That's what Doflamingo went too far in Dressrosa. He even dared to grab the throne of King Riku recognized by the world government. Originally, the territory belonged to others, so it was unfair to Doflamingo if it was taken by others. The reason why Akainu said this was purely for revenge at Marineford. Don't tell the truth, Sengoku is no longer the marshal, and he doesn't bother to care so much. It's still up to them. I propose to move naval headquarters to New World. Chapter 181 Move naval headquarters to New World. Previous chapter. Next chapter. Advertisement. With the support of his subordinates, Akainu finally revealed his true purpose. As soon as this remark came out, there was a sudden silence in the venue. None of them expected that Akainu would move the headquarters. Naval headquarters, for hundreds of years, was in Marineford. No one has ever dared to say that the headquarters will be moved to other places. Everyone looked at each other left and right, not knowing how to answer. Moving the capital is a big deal. They dare not talk nonsense. Seeing this, Sengoku opened his mouth. Sakazuki, since the world government established Marine, this place has always been naval headquarters. It's too big to move the capital. He has been in power for so many years, and he has never had such an idea. Marineford has an extremely complete military fortress. One can imagine the cost of building a new headquarters. He has no objection to moving the capital, but Sengoku wants to know why. Inspector Sengoku, I will report this matter to the world government. I believe they will consider it carefully. Akainu replied flatly. Are you planning to move the headquarters to the G1 branch? Advertisement. Sengoku asked. In New World, there is only Marine G1 branch. Currently, the person in charge there is Vice Admiral Flying Squirrel. Otherwise, build naval headquarters. But in that case, the cost will be extremely huge. Akainu nodded. That's right, it's the G1 branch. Hearing this, Sengoku immediately understood Akainu's intention. First of all, of course, to deal with the New World pirates. Compared with other sea areas, the pirates in New World are relatively powerful. In addition, all powerful pirates are looking for one piece. All headed to New World, which has become a paradise for pirates. The purpose of setting naval headquarters in New World is naturally to deter these pirates. Even the 4 emperors must be wary. Secondly, Akainu which is going to Neil Lick Shrine Mariajoy. You know, the G1 branch is the gateway to the Holy Land of Mariajoy. Pirates of the New World must pass through the sea area under the jurisdiction of the G1 branch if they want to reach Mariajoy. Move naval headquarters here. It will directly block the way of New World pirates to the Holy Land of Mariajoy. Advertisement. In this way, the holy place of Mariajoy will also become safer. I have to say, Akainu really has a set. When I first became the Marine Marshal, I had to make such an adjustment. No wonder, to be promoted by the 5 old men of the world government, one has to perform. Thinking of this, Sengoku sneered inwardly. As expected of those 5 people who were promoted, they licked it as soon as they came up. On the position of Marshal, Akainu's words quickly proved Sengoku's conjecture. New World has become a den of pirates. Just relying on the G1 branch, it is difficult to fight those pirates. To deal with New World pirates, I guess the Flying Squirrel is also very tired. Only where the headquarters is moved, the pirates will remember the respect they deserve for Marine. Besides, the Whitebeard pirates are occupying territory everywhere in New World. If things go on like this, Mariajoy is in danger. The relocation of the headquarters is imperative. Inspector Sengoku, what do you think? Akainu turned sharply to Sengoku. You are the Marine Marshal now, you can do whatever you like, as long as the world government agrees, I have no problem. Sengoku spread his hands and said he had no objection. Everyone saw Sengoku showed his attitude. Advertisement. Then he turned to support Akainu. As the former naval headquarters, Marineford's strategic position is far inferior to New World's G1 branch. For this result, Akainu is quite satisfied. Originally, he thought Sengoku would object. In the end, unexpectedly, the old guy agreed directly. Okay, if that's the case, then we'll pass. Just wait for the response from the world government. After the naval headquarters meeting, Akainu immediately reported the resignation of Aokiji and the relocation of naval headquarters to the world government. The 5 elders gather again. I didn't expect Kuzan to really leave. This time, it can be regarded as a loss for Marine, but there is no way, they are a fair match, the position is lost by Kuzan himself, he has nothing to say. Marine 3 admirals, one became a marshal, and the other left. Now only Pelusolino is left. There are too few Marine admirals. I suggest that the world conscription be launched immediately, and the world's strongest combat power be all incorporated into Marine. Start world conscription, I approve. The 5 people quickly reached a consensus to start the world conscription urgently. Then, the 5 people talked about the topic of moving the capital again. Chapter 182 Can't even lick a dog. Previous chapter. Next chapter. Advertisement. Sakazuki has just become a marshal, and he will immediately move the capital to the G1 branch. He is really eager to perform. Let me talk about it. Let's push him up. He has to perform. Over the years, New World has become more and more turbulent. The flying squirrels of the G1 branch can't stop those arrogant pirates at all. I support it. Marineford has been the headquarters for hundreds of years. Whether it is a military fortress or a population economy, it is already very complete. At this time, it will cost a lot to bring the headquarters to the G1 branch. That's right, the cost may be an astronomical figure. The world government must pay for this amount of money. But the fight against pirates is urgent. The headquarters will be moved to G1, and Mariajoy will be safer. This cost must be calculated. In the past few years, Marine's military expenditure has been getting higher and higher. Don't rush to agree. After all, moving the capital is not a trivial matter. Even if you agree now, it will not be completed in a year. The most important thing right now is to supplement Marine's strength. Kuzan has already left. Who knows if he will join the pirate camp? Block it. Replenishing combat power is more important than moving the capital. Okay, that's the only way. The negotiations of the 5 elders were finally reached. It is possible to move the capital, but it must be postponed. The most important thing at present is to start the world conscription plan. The message was sent back to Marineford. Akainu straight hammered the table. These 5 old men, are they old and confused? They didn't agree with my plan. I'm doing this for Mariajoy. World conscription, what kind of goods can you recruit? You must underestimate our Marine. Advertisement. At the headquarters meeting, Akainu's complexion was very bad. Originally, he was confident that the world government would agree to move the capital right away. But I didn't expect the other party to say delay. I lick you like this, what do you think of me? I can't even lick a dog. This feeling is quite humiliating. Fortunately, Sengoku Garp and the others didn't come today, otherwise, wouldn't they be seen as a joke? Marshal Sakazuki, I think the world government may be in trouble at the moment. Besides, they didn't reject us directly, they just said to delay later. I believe they must. The Vice Admiral Ghost Spider immediately agreed. As a loyal believer of Akainu, he has always believed in Akainu's words. The boss didn't save face, so naturally he had to step forward to comfort him. For the comfort of his subordinates, Akainu felt a little relieved, and then let out a cold snort. Humph. Although he complained, Akainu implemented the world government's plan, but strictly implemented it. Advertisement. Since they want to conscript, well, let's start. Everyone here is the Vice Admiral of the headquarters. There are currently 2 vacancies for Admiral's position. Is there any suitable person who can be elected? Akainu took out a cigar from his pocket and lit it calmly. Next, look at everyone present here. There are 16 Vice Admirals in this department, and today there are 12. Admiral Kizaru has also arrived. The world conscription has not been activated for many years. Although Marine suffered heavy losses. But Akainu was very clear in his heart. The 5 old men in the world government were anxious because there was a vacancy in Admiral's position, which could not effectively deter pirates. As for the number of ordinary soldiers, that is not their concern. Therefore, in name, they are recruiting soldiers for the world, but the main recruits are high-level combat forces. The Marine Vice Admirals present here naturally know this too. I recommend Vice Admiral T. Pork. I recommend Vice Admiral Momosugi. Seeing this, everyone quickly recommended the two to get up. Advertisement. After all, these two are the best of the Marine Vice Admiral. Akainu nodded thoughtfully. Among all the Vice Admirals, the strength of these two people is indeed remarkable. Originally, they were also Marine Admiral alternates. This time, it can be an official candidate for Admiral. Moreover, as someone inside Marine, he has a relatively high degree of loyalty and reliability to Marine. However, the historical conscription in the world has always been recruited from all over the world. The position of Admiral has always been occupied by those who can. In this regard, Akainu is still a little worried. Once outsiders appear, the position of Marine Admiral will fall into their hands. But no way, rules are rules. The two of them, as candidates, can directly enter the finals. In fact, he knew that Vice Admiral Garp was more suitable for Admiral's position. But he knew Garp's character. He will definitely not participate in the world conscription. Besides, in Marineford, he caused trouble for his grandson and Fire Fist Ace. This old man will definitely not agree. Chapter 183 Invite D. Carl Lilly. Previous chapter. Next chapter. Advertisement. In addition, it is basically impossible for Garp to be subordinate to himself and do things for himself. So, Akainu didn't even mention it. Are there any other recommendations? Akainu asked again. The venue suddenly fell silent. Just when everyone thought that only 2 people were recommended. Suddenly, another person stood up. I think D. Carl Lilly can. When everyone turned around, they saw Huo Shaoshan Vice Admiral who had just walked into the venue. In Marine, Huo Shaoshan is called a role model. Powerful yet gentle. Huo Shaoshan Vice Admiral, what do you mean? Akainu, who was smoking a cigar, looked a little displeased. Since it is a global conscription, then we must select extremely strong combat power, whether it is Marine or civilian. Advertisement. I did this only for the sake of Marine. Huo Shaoshan, with a cigar in his mouth, walked up to his seat unhurriedly and sat down. As soon as he finished speaking, the Marine Vice Admirals present began to discuss. D. Carl Lilly, is that the woman who is always on the World Journal recently? Never heard of it before. That's right, the world government gave him the title of Silver Pirate Hunter. I heard that the strength is very strong, not only eliminated hundreds of pirates, but also killed Blackbeard's subordinate evil king. I'm afraid it's inappropriate to recommend her to compete for the position of Marine Admiral. This woman is not from Marine. Huo Shaoshan Vice Admiral, is her elbow turned outward? The strength is not bad, but is it really reliable? It is said that this woman is vicious. Vice Admirals, there is a lot of discussion. Of course, they couldn't make up their minds. Immediately, he looked at Akainu, and Kizaru who was sitting beside him. Kizaru spread his hands. I don't care, it doesn't matter who participates. Akainu. Huo Shaoshan, I know you have a good network in Marine, but if you recommend outsiders, isn't that letting Marine's power fall into the hands of outsiders? We don't know whether D. Carl Lilly is trustworthy or not. Hearing this, Huo Shaoshan showed a gentle smile again. Marshal Sakazuki, I don't think you need to worry about this. She handed over the pirates to Marine, and she has already stated her position. She must be on the opposite side of the pirates. In this case, why don't we absorb her? Hearing this, everyone present nodded in agreement. Advertisement. What would she do if she were an enemy of Marine? Therefore, she must be inclined towards Marine and world government. Your words are naturally good. Akainu also nodded silently. But Akainu is always a little worried about letting an outsider into the decision-making level of naval headquarters. Besides, if D. Carl Lilly is invited. So, what about the 2 Marine Vice Admiral and Momosugi now? As Marine Marshal, Akainu has to think about the bigger picture. What about T. Dolphins and Momosugi? Hearing this, Huo Shaoshan smiled slightly. Marshal Sakazuki, I think we don't have to worry about that at all. T. Dolphin and Momosugi were originally Marine Vice Admirals, and Marine also gave them a very high status. They were originally members of our Marine system. We can still recommend them into the circle within Marine. As for whether they can beat D. Carl Lilly, it depends on individual performance. The original purpose of the world conscription is to recruit talents to enter the Marine and deter pirates. After he said so, everyone quickly understood the meaning of burning the mountain. Advertisement. Inside Marine, 2 people were recommended at the same time, and in addition, an olive branch was thrown to D. Carl Lilly. Seeing that everyone agrees, Akainu is a little bit hard to say. But Huo Shaoshan was right. If Marine wants to recruit real talents, it must let go of everything and let capable people come in. Seeing that Akainu was a little loose, Huo Shaoshan continued. Marshal Sakazuki, you have to think clearly. Currently, D. Carl Lilly is the opposite of pirates. If she changes her mind and is invited away by the pirates, then we will have another powerful enemy. I heard that during this time, Ye-Fei of the Whitebeard Pirates has been recruiting his right-hand assistants everywhere. Our Marine sends out an invitation first, maybe we can recruit her here. D. Carl Lily's actions are indeed very eye-catching. In just a few months, the pirates in New World have been terrified. If such a person is not recruited into the Marine, could it be that they are handed over to others? Hearing the name of Ye-Fei, Akainu suddenly became nervous. Instinctively, he remembered the situation of fighting Ye-Fei at Naval Headquarters not long ago. In addition, Dressrosa defeated Doflamingo and recruited pirates in Dressrosa. Chapter 184 Recruit Pirates, Ye-Fei's Plan. Previous chapter. Next chapter. Advertisement. What's more, Mariajoy even reported that Ye-Fei had contact with Aokiji. All this has to make Akainu feel very nervous. This man is too much trouble, and if he is recruited to D. Carl Lily, it will be an even bigger trouble. Marine, you can't walk behind the pirates. Immediately, Akainu issued an order. Invite D. Carl Lily to participate in the World Conscription, and express Marine's position. Akainu's order was passed unanimously soon. Dressrosa, Whitebeard Pirates Division. Ye-Fei is discussing with Ace about recruiting pirates. Since the two admirals fought in Punk Hazard, Ace has not been idle, but has been recruiting crew for Ye-Fei in Dressrosa. In just 10 days, Ace has recruited hundreds of people for Ye-Fei. Among these hundreds of people, there are actually more than a dozen pirates with a reward of tens of millions. Ace, you did a great job this time. It seems that you are quite suitable for this. Ye-Fei was very satisfied with this advertisement. For Ye-Fei's praise, Ace was a little embarrassed. Ye-Fei, don't laugh at me, I just like making friends. This time, it's just that everyone drank a few times. They heard that you are recruiting pirates here, and they will join before I invite you. After all, they all came for the name of the Whitebeard Pirates and Ye-Fei. Although Ace has a high reputation in the pirate world. But there is still a big gap between Whitebeard and Ye-Fei. In the whole world of pirates, the two great pirates with a bounty of more than 5 billion Baileys are all from the Whitebeard Pirates. It is conceivable from this that the appeal of the Whitebeard Pirates in the entire New World. Being able to follow Whitebeard and Ye-Fei, they are all rushing to join. Therefore, Ace felt that he didn't do much to recruit pirates. On the contrary, it was Ye-Fei who went to recruit Aokiji himself. This courage is too great. Moreover, a few days ago, according to Ye-Fei, Aokiji was already in contact with him. Today, it was reported that Aokiji had left Marine. Could it be that he will really join our Whitebeard Pirates? Ace was puzzled, and Ye-Fei spoke again. From now on, these people are under your control. Advertisement. In Dressrosa, you are my second in command, and in my absence, you are in charge of everything. Since it was recruited by Ace, these people should be classified as his subordinates. For Ace's ability, Ye-Fei is still highly affirmative. Moreover, Ace is also the second captain of the Whitebeard Pirates. The ability to call is still very strong. Hey, Ye-Fei. My personality is not suitable for managing people. When I go out to perform tasks, I prefer to be alone. Isn't it very tiring to manage so many people at once? Previously, on the old ship, he was assigned a captain to manage hundreds of people, which already made him very depressed. This time, I finally had a chance to be free. Now, Ye-Fei has to act as his second in command. Wouldn't that be more tiring? How good is it to be alone? Ace was somewhat reluctant about Ye-Fei's arrangement. Hearing this, Ye-Fei nodded. It really fits Ace's personality. Previously, the Whitebeard Pirates and Ace liked to perform tasks alone. Chasing down Blackbeard and running into Wano Kuni alone, he did it all by himself. Advertisement. He is righteous, but he doesn't have much desire for power. Ace, I know you like to be alone. But this time, we are for the whole Whitebeard Pirates. Ye-Fei reminded. At this time, he must be made aware of his identity. As a cadre of the Whitebeard Pirates, you must consider the Whitebeard Pirates. Ace froze for a moment, then nodded. Ye-Fei, I know, many people have been recruited this time, so what should we do next? Of course, Ace didn't want Ye-Fei to continue talking. He wants to help Papa Whitebeard become the One Piece. This dream, he can't give up. Therefore, for the sake of the entire pirate group, they must obey Ye-Fei's orders. However, what are your plans for the future? Ace has no plans. Therefore, I can only ask Ye-Fei for advice. Hearing this, Ye-Fei smiled slightly, and then asked back, Ace, isn't our goal to defeat Kaido? Ace nodded. That's right. Then, Ye-Fei continued, it is not easy to defeat Kaido. You have been to Wano Kuni, and you should know that it is a very troublesome place. Even if we go there and attack Wano Kuni. Chapter 185 The Powerful Pirate Group. Previous chapter. Next chapter. Advertisement. Even if we win, our losses will not be small. Let him be proud for a while now, the most important thing right now is that we need to strengthen our own strength. Kill Kaido in one fell swoop, so we can get that piece of Wano Kuni history. When Dad becomes the target of One Piece, he will go one step further. Only when it is strong enough can it defeat the enemy with one move. Hearing this, Ace already understood. Revenge Kaido's previous sneak attack was only minor. If you want to become One Piece, you must get 4 historical texts, which are the nautical charts pointing to the final island. In the era of great pirates, only Roger has ever really obtained it. Of course, Yi Fei has little interest in becoming One Piece. His goal is to control the entire pirate world. To control the One Piece world, you must defeat those powerful opponents, and helping Whitebeard become One Piece is only a small part of it. However, Yi Fei does not intend to disclose this idea to Ace at present. Just afraid that he might misunderstand. Yi Fei, I see, now let's talk about how to do it. Advertisement. Ace was very excited to hear that he was going to help Papa become the One Piece. From the moment he joined the Whitebeard pirates, Ace secretly vowed to help Whitebeard become the Pirate King. Recruiting pirates is only the first step. We need to recruit as many powerful pirates as possible, and at the same time expand the Dressrosa branch. You have to continue to help me with this matter. Dressrosa, we already have our arsenal, we need a large number of warships, not pirate ships. A warship stronger than marine. Yi Fei said one by one. Not only to recruit pirates, strengthen the defense of Dressrosa, manufacture sea warships and so on. Especially for warships sailing at sea, they not only have to deal with the violent storms on the sea, but also have to deal with enemy shells. Although the strength of the Whitebeard pirates is strong. But the ships they use are indeed very backward. In the original book, some at war. Even Whitebeard's Moby Dick can't stand against Marine's attack. Just being hit by Akainu's magma, the entire pirate ship burned up. This point, Yi Fei saw clearly. Advertisement. That kind of ordinary wooden ship can easily sink to the bottom of the sea as long as it is hit by a shell. Compared with Marine's warships, Whitebeard's pirate ships are indeed too bad. Therefore, to build a super powerful pirate group, warships are also an important choice. However, even Papa Whitebeard's Shinjuku Islands and Dressrosa don't have a decent shipyard. It is imperative to build a warship. Yi Fei, I know, we need powerful warships. However, this matter does not seem to be so easy. Ace felt very confused. What Yi Fei said is indeed true. He's seen Marine's warships. Whether it is the speed of sailing or the turret, it is more powerful than the pirate ship. I will take care of the warship thing. You are responsible for recruiting capable pirates for me. Right now, what we need most are powerful pirates. Hearing this, Ace nodded silently. Yi Fei, you can let me recruit pirates, but you should leave technical work like shipbuilding to others. Yi Fei nodded. He was very clear about Ace's straightforward character. Advertisement. For building warships, Yi Fei has his own ideas. For now, Yi Fei is only starting to plan. However, it is not an easy task to build a warship. In the world of pirates, Marine's warships all come from a shipbuilding company called Carrera in the capital of water. They help Marine produce the most advanced warship in the world. Yi Fei's idea is that he must create a better one. However, Dressrosa does not have better conditions. Of course, this does not hinder Yi Fei's plan. Although there is no water capital here. However, Yi Fei has a god-level selection system. In Yi Fei's system panel, the 4th category is the navigation category, including warships. Previously, Yi Fei also browsed that a warship needs 100,000 experience points to redeem. This is the price of one shock fruit. For this devil fruit, Yi Fei did not choose to exchange it. After all, Yi Fei has eaten a lot of fruits now, and the ability of each fruit has not yet been developed to ultimate, so it seems a bit wasteful to exchange it at will. Therefore, Yi Fei has saved a lot of experience points that are useless, just in case they need to be used. It is estimated that only one warship can be bought, and there is not much surplus. Chapter 186 Yi Fei's Doubts. Previous chapter. Next chapter. Advertisement. As long as it is exchanged, it can be transformed according to the appearance of a warship. Dressrosa has its own arsenal, and can build warships if possible. However, at present, the most lacking is the technicians who build ships. All of this is within Yi Fei's consideration. It seems that during this period of time, he has to try his luck at the capital of water. However, Yi Fei cancelled the plan the next day. Because, someone brought more important news. The person who came was, Buffalo, Atmos. Previously, together with Ace, Dressrosa was left behind by Father Whitebeard. Currently, help Yi Fei guard Dressrosa. Captain Yi Fei, news from Naval Headquarters Marineford. Aokiji has left Marine, Naval Headquarters just yesterday, world conscription started. As the captain of the 13th Division, he respectfully calls Yi Fei the captain. After all, Atmos handed a copy of the World Daily to Yi Fei. World conscription. Yi Fei was a little surprised. He didn't expect the world government and naval headquarters to start the world conscription so soon. Then pick up the newspaper. Observed carefully for a while. Then, it was finally confirmed that the world conscription had started. Advertisement. Seeing this, Yi Fei smiled slightly. Admiral left, these people are very worried. So anxious to replenish combat power. Judging from the situation in the original book, this time, it should be the turn of Fujitora and Green Bull to become admiral soon. These two admirals were recruited from the world to become marine admirals. Yi Fei wondered if he could win these two people over. In the original book, Fujitora has already appeared, and the strength of the fruit is extremely strong. If he can be included as a subordinate, the Whitebeard pirates will add another general. However, Yi Fei doesn't have a good plan for whether he can call up Fujitora. In addition, in the original book, the Green Bull did not appear. Yi Fei still does not know where this guy is, let alone find him. Thinking of this, Yi Fei thought of Aokiji again. After Punk Hazard and the two met, Yi Fei met him once in Hot Spring Island. Although Aokiji didn't agree, the relationship between the two took a step further. Therefore, Yi Fei felt that there was a good chance of recruiting him successfully. Captain Yi Fei, everyone in the world knows the news. Marine will recruit powerful combat forces from all over the world. Buffalo, Atmos replied. Advertisement. He has also heard about the world conscription before. He is not too clear about the specifics. However, this matter is extremely important to Marine. Yi Fei nodded slightly. At the moment, he was thinking about how to recruit Fujitora. Unexpectedly, Buffalo, Atmos continued to speak. Captain Yi Fei, it is said that Marine also recruited a female pirate hunter named D. Carl Lily this time. Hearing this, Yi Fei raised his head and picked up the World Journal in his hand. Start scrolling through news about D. Carl Lily. In the past few months, there has been news about her capture of pirates. And, recently, this woman was awarded the title of Golden Pirate Hunter by the world government. Yi Fei remembered that not long ago, she was still a silver hunter. Unexpectedly, the world government gave her a new identity so soon. However, Yi Fei didn't know this woman at all. No matter in the original book or in the memory of this world, there has never been such a number one character. It's just that for a while, this woman's name has always appeared on the World Daily. This made Yi Fei feel very strange. A character that is not in the original book has received such attention from the world government. Advertisement. What's the situation? Yi Fei was a little depressed. Recalling the plot of the original work carefully, there is indeed no such character. Out of nowhere, Captain Atmos, what do you know about D. Carl Lily? Yi Fei looked at Atmos the buffalo. Wonder if I've made a mistake. Just have to ask them. Atmos the buffalo thought for a moment, then began to answer. Captain Yi Fei, before, there was no such a number one person in the sea. I've been in the Whitebeard pirates for so many years and never stopped. But for a few months, this woman suddenly appeared, chasing pirates everywhere. For this matter, I also asked a lot of people, but they don't know. She has won many pirates in New World. It is said that she is from East Blue just like you. Last haunt was in New World, Shinjuku Islands, Papa's place. Speaking of which, Chapter 187 Looking for Fujitora. Previous chapter. Next chapter. Advertisement. Yi Fei immediately asked, is it Captain Morty Van Gogh's island? Buffalo Atmos immediately nodded to confirm. That's right, a few weeks ago, he fought Blackbeard Teach on Van Gogh's territory, and we later found out that she killed Teach's subordinate Evil King. The Whitebeard pirates didn't know about that naval battle. As a result, it was revealed by the World Journal. D. Carl Lily took the head of the Evil King to receive the reward from the Marine G1 branch, and was secretly photographed by the reporter. As a result, the story spread all over the world. Yi Fei also got the news. At that time, Yi Fei was running between the holy places Mariajoy and Dressrosa, so he didn't pay much attention. She came to Dad's place, is it to deal with the Whitebeard pirates? Yi Fei muttered softly. The sound is very small, but Atmos the buffalo can hear it clearly. Captain Yi Fei, we also suspected this matter. D. Carl Lily hasn't been in Papa's place since then, though. We also thought he was challenging Dad. After she didn't show up, we didn't pay much attention. Hearing this, Yi Fei nodded. It seems that it is really possible. After all, this woman catches pirates all over the world. Papa Whitebeard, but the biggest pirate in New World. Maybe, she was trying to challenge Dad that time. As a result, got messed up by Blackbeard. Advertisement. However, in front of Blackbeard Teach, he can kill his subordinates. The strength of this woman should be very strong. Thinking of this, Yi Fei continued to read the World Daily. However, on the World Daily, there was no news that Naval Headquarters invited her to participate in the World Conscription. Why didn't first see that Marine was inviting him? Yi Fei was a little curious. World Journal, this kind of news, should be very well informed. But there is no official report. This matter is indeed very strange. Captain Yi Fei, this news did not appear in the World Daily. It's coming from Marineford. Now, the whole world probably knows. Atmos the buffalo replied. Hearing this, Yi Fei smiled. Could it be fake? Buffalo Atmos shook his head. Probably not, this matter has already spread in Marineford. Yi Fei looked skeptical. The World Journal didn't report it officially, which means that Marine didn't officially invite it publicly. Is that the case? Buffalo Atmos. Should be. Immediately, Yi Fei thought about it. Marine doesn't invite directly, but by sending out news. Perhaps this has something to do with the Marine internals. For a long time, World Conscription has recommended the internal Marine. Advertisement. But this time, invite outsiders. I'm afraid Marine is a little unhappy inside. Therefore, instead of making an open invitation, release the news. Thinking of this, Yi Fei smiled slightly. The Marines are really interesting. Captain Buffalo, I need to know about someone. Yi Fei looked at Atmos. Who? A blind swordsman named Yi Xiao. Yi Fei said lightly. Fujitora a smile, also named a lifetime. Fujitora is his code name in Marine. In the original work of Pirates, the code name of Admiral is named after the color and the name of the animal. Therefore, a smile is Fujitora's real name. Smile. Who is this person? Atmos was a little surprised. In the world of pirates, he had never heard of this name either. An old man who is about 2.7 meters tall and likes to gamble. In his 50s, there are scars on both eyes and forehead. Yi Fei tried to recall the appearance of the original Fujitora, and introduced them to Atmos one by one. Advertisement. On the side, Atmos the Buffalo took notes one by one according to Yi Fei's introduction. Wait for Yi Fei to finish speaking. Atmos began to ask, is this man any different? Yi Fei smiled lightly. Captain Buffalo, this is a hidden master, please get news from him. So far, the entire pirate world. I didn't even know there was such a character as Fujitora Yi Xiao. He will certainly be in the world conscription. Yi Fei wondered if he could cut off the beard in advance. Once the Hu is successfully cut off, then naturally it will be a powerful combat force. Captain Yi Fei, I got it. I will finish this matter. Said Atmos the Buffalo, and went away. Yi Fei picked up the newspaper again and began to pay attention to this woman named Carl Lily. It is indeed beautiful, and the short purple hair is not only capable, but also quite attractive. Yi Fei was quite moved. Want to meet this woman in person. This woman should be able to participate. Immediately, an idea popped up. Participate in the world conscription. As an ordinary person, of course, Yi Fei cannot participate in his current capacity. After all, he is now the pirate with the highest reward in the entire pirate world. Chapter 188 Transformation Fruit, Garp personally invited. Previous chapter. Next chapter. Advertisement. Even a face change. Previously, that kind of camouflage at Dressrosa was definitely not enough. At that time, it was against Doflamingo's minions, and the confusion passed. But this time he was facing the entire marine, wouldn't it be chaos if he was recognized? So, you have to change your face. Thinking of this, Yi Fei smiled slightly. The god-level selection system has the fruit of transformation. Transformation fruit, in the original work of pirates, is called clone fruit. However, the names in Yi Fei's system are different. But the actual effect is the same. Just like burning fruit and mara fruit. After eating, Yi Fei can change her body and appearance at will. Without thinking too much, open the system panel. Immediately, click the redeem button. Meanwhile, East Blue. People from Naval Headquarters have found Carl Lily. Let me participate in the world conscription. Let me be Admiral, I might consider it. If there is no place for Admiral for me, please go back. At home, Carl Lily was sitting in his seat, drinking coffee proudly. Advertisement. After the calf was hurt by Blackbeard's corrosive abilities since the last time he fought with Blackbeard. She has been staying at home to treat her leg injury. Fortunately, there is no serious problem, but this enmity can be regarded as forged with Blackbeard. Sister, this is Marine's Huo Shaoshan Vice Admiral and Hero Garp, can't you be more polite? Mr. Garp can first join the Marine. On the side, his younger brother Carl Cannon was extremely embarrassed. When I learned that Huo Shaoshan and the Hero Garp were coming home. He made a special trip back from the field. Unexpectedly, my sister spoke to two senior Marine cadres in this tone. Cough. Garp coughed in embarrassment. For Marine sent him to recruit Carl Lily. He didn't think about it either. On the side, Huo Shaoshan immediately spoke. You can come to Marine, but this time our purpose is to invite your sister Carl Lily. We welcome your participation. Since Akainu decided to invite Carl Lily. Naval Headquarters sent Fire Mountain Vice Admiral and Hero Garp to invite. After all, this time Carl Lily was recommended by the Yamamoto people. Advertisement. Because Garp is from East Blue and has a high prestige in East Blue, Naval Headquarters also sent him over. However, Akainu did not expect that the invitation to Carl Lily this time was actually Sengoku's intention. I don't think I agree yet. Carl Lily was a little disdainful. If it was someone else who sent this time, she would not respond at all. But for Garp, she still has more respect. Don't you want to? Huo Shaoshan looked a little embarrassed. I said, what I want is Admiral's position. If you are going to give a Vice Admiral or other low-level cadres, then you have to ask them back. Carl Lily picked up the coffee leisurely, her face still proud. If you want to do it, you have to do the biggest thing. Haven't participated in the world conscription yet, want Admiral's position. Carl Lily's words made Huo Shaoshan very embarrassing. I've been in Marine for so many years, and I'm still just a Vice Admiral. You want Admiral as soon as you come up. However, Huo Shaoshan reacted immediately. Well, it's because I saw your strength. I just recommended you to Naval Headquarters. Advertisement. The headquarters also very much hopes to invite you. As for Admiral's position, it is indeed vacant now. If you have the strength, you can give it a try. That's why we ask you to join the world conscription. If the fire burns the mountain, it is already very clear. I have nothing against you being an admiral, but you have to have this ability. Carl Lily nodded, Before he could speak, his younger brother D. Carl Cannon immediately spoke. Vice Admiral Garp, Huo Shaoshan Vice Admiral, we will definitely go to the world conscription, please rest assured. The younger brother agreed first. Immediately, D. Carl Lily's face turned pale, and then, he looked at D. Carl Cannon angrily. You boy, you are good at courage. Being glared at by his sister, D. Carl Cannon was a little terrified. This is the first time my sister has seen it like this. I just pouted, not daring to say any more. I'll be there, Mr. Garp, Huo Shaoshan Vice Admiral. Seeing that his younger brother agreed, D. Carl Lily finally nodded. In fact, it started when I learned that Naval Headquarters launched the world conscription. She has already moved the idea of participating in Marine. However, her target is Marine Admiral, not interested in other positions. That's good. After a week, the Marine East Blue conscription area will be officially launched in the Marine branch. Chapter 193 Marine Needs You. Previous chapter. Next chapter. Advertisement. At that time, you are welcome to participate. Huo Shaoshan Vice Admiral replied. This global conscription is for the whole world. 4 seas in the southeast, northwest, and Grand Line's New World, a total of 5 major regions, and the selection of the world's military conscription is launched at the same time. The winners will travel to Naval Headquarters Marineford for the final round. The winner will most likely be promoted to Marine Admiral. After all, there are now 2 Marine Admiral positions vacant. Marine needs young sailors like you. I hope to see you all at Naval Headquarters. Before leaving, Garp finally spoke. At the same time, I was relieved. Originally, his task was to train recruits. But he didn't expect to be sent by the headquarters to recruit sailors. It's kind of out of character for him. Garp-san, we'll be there on time. D. Carl Cannon immediately stood up and saluted a standard. At this moment he seemed to have become a Marine soldier. The 2 nodded and left immediately. Zhang Neng, you kid actually dare to promise for me. Advertisement. As soon as the 2 left, D. Carl Lily couldn't wait to teach her brother a lesson. Sister, don't pretend. In fact, you really want to participate in the Marine. This time, Garp, the hero of East Blue, has come to personally invite you, so what else can I say? I've never heard of Garp inviting people himself. D. Carl Cannon had already seen what his sister was thinking. For the hero Garp, D. Carl Cannon is already adored. I've always wanted to meet him, but never had the chance. HMPH, I'll make you happy. Okay, if I can't be Admiral, you don't want to join Marine. D. Carl Lily took a sip of his coffee. Sister, will Marine really make you Admiral? D. Carl Cannon couldn't believe it. You know, Marine Admiral is second only to Marshal Marine. Hearing this, D. Carl Lily smiled slightly. Could it be that they want me to become a pirate? Same as Yi Fei. Hear the word, pirate. D. Carl Cannon's complexion changed drastically. Sister, even if I don't want to be a sailor, I don't want to be a pirate. D. Carl Cannon is extremely disgusted with pirates. Pirates ransacked the entire country when he and his sister were very young. Their home was not spared either. Advertisement. Not only the belongings in the home were looted. Moreover, both parents were killed by pirates and their heads were beheaded. So all along, his goal has been to fight pirates. Seeing his younger brother's face was very ugly. D. Carl Lily had no choice but to comfort. Don't be angry, I was joking with you. Manly man, why can't I stand a few words from my sister? For this younger brother, D. Carl Lily loves him very much. After all, since the death of their parents, the 2 of them have lived together. Only 2 people know the pain of this. After being told by his sister, D. Carl Cannon's face softened a little. His dream is to join the Marine and destroy all pirates. Vice Admiral Garp, what do you think of D. Carl Lily? On the returning warship, Huo Shaoshan asked. The strength should not be weak, those comments in the World Journal should be true. Garp said calmly, although he had never seen the young girl before. When they met suddenly today, he could feel the strong aura in this girl. That is the aura that only the strong have. Of course, Huo Shaoshan feels the same way. It's just that the scene didn't talk to Garp. Advertisement. Do you think she has the potential to be Admiral? Now that D. Carl Lily has agreed, she must come out to fight for the position of Admiral. This, I'd better not comment. Garp replied flatly. As Marine Vice Admiral, he is not very interested in these power struggles. So, don't care about this kind of topic. In fact, he feels in his heart that this woman is very likely to have Admiral strength. Mr. Garp, I feel this girl is very strong. Once she becomes Admiral, Sakazuki Admiral may not be able to command her. Based on her words alone, Huo Shaoshan concluded that this girl is not such a good character to talk about. Even if she wants to become Marine, she still has to negotiate terms with Marine. This is enough proof. Hearing this, Garp suddenly burst out laughing. Ha ha, Huo Shaoshan looked puzzled. Mr. Garp, what are you laughing at? Garp suddenly leaned over. Huo Shaoshan, tell me, you recommended D. Carl Lily at the headquarters meeting, did Sengoku ask you to do this? Hearing this, Huo Shaoshan was secretly surprised. Mr. Garp, how do you know about this? Garp smiled flatly. Sure enough, it was Sengoku. Chapter 194 Sengoku's Intention. Previous chapter. Next chapter. Advertisement. This kind of thing, probably only Sengoku can do it. Garp laughed. Akainu squeezes out Sengoku's love General Aokiji. It is estimated that the heart is already very dissatisfied. Now, Akainu has become the new marshal. Among Marine, most people have already listened to him. So, I took this opportunity to find a newcomer. Let the Akainu guy not be so arrogant. At the same time, also balance your own psychology. That's normal, Garp understands. That's right, Mr. Garp, you and Sengoku-sama are close friends. I won't hide this from you. It is indeed Master Sengoku who asked me to do this. Marshal Sakazuki is too arrogant, many Marine soldiers at the bottom do not accept him. If you don't find someone to balance, then Akainu doesn't know how to treat those soldiers. Huo Shaoshan nodded. Sengoku's thoughts were, in fact, his thoughts. As for Garp, he had no intention of hiding. Because he knew that Garp would not casually talk to Akainu. This kind of thing is probably only done by him. Let Huo Shaoshan speak out about it. Probably because of his popularity in Marine, he was allowed to stand out. This woman feels very strong. Once Admiral. Sakazuki, what should you do? Advertisement. Dressrosa. A sea of sunflowers. In front of the wooden house, Rebecca was still practicing swordsmanship. Compared with the wooden sword last time, this time, he used an iron sword. Master Yi Fei, how do you see my practice? After splitting a large rock with a sword, Rebecca looked at Yi Fei excitedly. During this period of time, Yi Fei would occasionally find time to come here to guide Rebecca's practice. Not bad, much better than last time. Yi Fei looked at the sweaty Rebecca. As before, she practiced very seriously. However, from Yi Fei's point of view, Rebecca is still far from being a strong player in the sea. Master Yi Fei, I want to be like you and become a strong man in the new world. Can you teach me real sword skills? Rebecca sat beside Yi Fei expectantly. After seeing Yi Fei's battle, Rebecca felt how small she was. Real swordsmanship. Yi Fei looked puzzled. Sword skills like Hawkeye. Rebecca nodded repeatedly. Cough cough. Yi Fei was a little embarrassed. I don't know how to do swordsmanship like Hawkeye now. Up to now, Yi Fei has not learned any sword skills. In addition to Luo's skills, he didn't master anything more about fencing. Advertisement. How? Rebecca was a little puzzled. Before, you learned swordsmanship to avenge your mother. But Diamante is dead and Doflamingo has been caught. You don't feel at ease to be the princess of your Dressrosa, why do you continue to learn swordsmanship? Also, you are now a princess, why do you come back here so often? Yi Fei really wanted to know about Rebecca's eagerness to become stronger. Although my revenge has been avenged, I feel that only when I am strong can I protect the people I want to protect, and Mr. Soldier and Grandpa will not be harmed. This is where my mother lived. When I was a child, I liked to sit at the table and watch her prepare delicious food for me. As Rebecca spoke, her eyes suddenly became moist. Yi Fei was quite touched. It seems that she is still a person who cherishes feelings very much. It's too boring in the palace. Grandpa King Riku always sends people to follow me everywhere. I don't feel free. It's better here. Rebecca held back her tears and continued. That will allow King Riku to repair this place better, and that will be in line with your status as a princess. Hearing this, Rebecca immediately shook her head. This is where I live with my mother, and I don't want to make any changes. Yi Fei just nodded. Oh. Master Yi Fei, can you teach me the powerful swordsmanship? Rebecca said again. She thought Yi Fei would not teach her, so she said it again. Swordsmanship is not my forte. This is my forte. Yi Fei lifted the mace in his hand and placed it in front of Rebecca. This mace, isn't it too ugly for a girl to use this? Advertisement. Rebecca was a little reluctant. This, ugly. Yi Fei was speechless for a moment. Wanokuni, Kaido's daughter is also holding a mace. Isn't that handsome? I took it and knocked Marine Admiral away, don't underestimate it. It is the nemesis of those with fruit abilities. Longya has seastone ingredients. If they hit a capable person, they can lose their ability for a short time. A person with fruit ability. Rebecca blinked, as if thinking about something. On the side, Yi Fei looked playful and wondered what she was thinking. That's right, there are seastones in it. Yi Fei then explained. Can this deal with Ace's Mara fruit? I heard that his body can turn into flames. Ordinary weapons can't defeat him at all. Asked Rebecca. Oh, of course. Yi Fei laughed. A person with the ability of Logia fruit can elementalize the body. However, as long as you use Haki, you can hit the opponent. Master Yi Fei, I heard that as long as you eat devil fruit, you can become a fruit-capable user. I want one too. Rebecca lowered her head and muttered softly. This is the first time asking someone for something. So, some can't say it. Chapter 195 definitely come back next time. Previous chapter. Next chapter. Advertisement. Yi Fei thought about it. Previously, Yi Fei planned to give her one. Last time, because of my relationship, Rebecca almost died. Yi Fei still felt sorry for her about that incident. This time, when Rebecca proposed, Yi Fei didn't want to refuse. There are many devil fruits in the system store. There's nothing wrong with giving her one. However, he didn't know what kind of fruit Rebecca liked. Thinking of this, Yi Fei asked, "Then what do you want?" Rebecca thought for a while, and then said something that left Yi Fei speechless. "I don't know." Lived in Dressrosa for more than 10 years. She had never seen what devil fruit looked like. "Okay, when I come back next time, I'll bring you one." Yi Fei had no choice but to answer. In front of her, Yi Fei couldn't exchange the fruit directly. Besides, Yi Fei couldn't figure out which fruit was suitable for her. Advertisement. Just think about it next time and leave it to her. Come back next time. Master Yi Fei, are you going to see again? Rebecca asked suddenly. Ever since Yi Fei helped Grandpa Liku Wang drive away Doflamingo. Rebecca has approached Yi Fei many times, but he is not here. It is said that he went to sea. Every time when Yi Fei came back, she was looking for her in the Sunflower Sea. Well, yes, I still have a lot to do. Yi Fei nodded. This time, not only Fujitora is going to be recruited, but Yi Fei is also planning to participate in the world conscription. Master Yi Fei, can you take me with you when you go out to sea this time? Rebecca said. This year, she is 14 years old. She hasn't stepped out of Dressrosa until now. She longed to see the outside world. Hearing this, Yi Fei immediately shook his head. Rebecca, you're only 14 years old. You are not yet old enough to go to sea at this time, let's talk about it after you become an adult. Advertisement. Otherwise your father, Cyrus, and grandfather will blame me. Of course, the reason why Yi Fei didn't intend to take her with him. It's not because she is young, but because she is too weak. With her, you have to protect her at all times. Invisibly, there will be an extra burden. Master Yi Fei, don't I have to wait 4 years? Rebecca sighed. 4 years, that's a long time. Hearing this, Yi Fei smiled slightly. It's only been 4 years, it will pass soon. In the past few years, you have to practice hard. When you grow up, I will take you out to sea. On the sea, there are many things you can't imagine, and you are guaranteed to be an eye-opener. Yi Fei said one by one. Rebecca listened engrossed, completely forgetting the fatigue from today's practice. Master Yi Fei, let me be a pirate, I want to join the Whitebeard pirates. Just as Yi Fei stopped, Rebecca looked at him with bright eyes. Forehead. Rebecca, you are the princess of Dressrosa, and you will inherit the throne of Dressrosa in the future. Advertisement. In the future, let me take you out to sea to play, but becoming a pirate is no small matter. Yi Fei reminded. If you want to become a pirate, you must have the necessary awareness. I don't want to be a princess. I want to be a pirate I will be. Rebecca said stubbornly. Hearing this, Yi Fei was stunned. Why is this tone so familiar? Why is it the same as what Luffy said? Forehead. Yi Fei suddenly didn't know how to answer. Just then, the phone bug in his pocket rang. Blue blue blue. Picking up the phone bug, it was Buffalo, Atmos. Immediately connected. The other side immediately said, Captain, there is news about Mr. Smile. Hearing this, Yi Fei immediately became interested. It was only yesterday that Atmos was asked to help inquire about Fujitora's news. I didn't expect it to be so fast. Chapter 196 Fujitora appears in Dressrosa. Previous chapter. Next chapter. Advertisement. I see, I'll go back immediately. Just after hanging up the bug, Yi Fei was about to leave. Master Yi Fei, don't you stay a little longer? Anything else you want to leave? Seeing Yi Fei leave, Rebecca felt a little bit sad. In addition to being able to say something in his heart to Yi Fei. Mr. Soldier, who cared about her before, now manages the country with King Riku every day. That's right, when I come back, I'll bring you a devil fruit. However, I told you in advance. Once you eat devil fruit, you will be disgusted by the sea, you have to think clearly. Before leaving, Yi Fei reminded. Rebecca nodded heavily. In order to become, she knows that sometimes, she has to give up something. That's good. After leaving a word, Yi Fei jumped into the air. Activate the string fruit ability, step on the clouds, and fly to the Whitebeard Pirates branch. Where is he? Advertisement. When he first arrived at the branch, Atmos had already been waiting for a long time, and Yi Fei ignored the politeness and went straight to the point. Captain Yi Fei, Mr. Smile is in Dressrosa. From the moment he received Yi Fei's order, Atmos had mobilized his subordinates to investigate. Unexpectedly, he was spotted immediately. Dressrosa. Yi Fei was very surprised. How did he come here? In the original book, Fujitora first appeared in Dressrosa. However, in the original book, that was 2 years later. Now, what is he doing here again? Find out about the Whitebeard pirates. He's not marine now. That's right, our talent has just set off, and we found him in the Duchang of Dressrosa. He is now making money with people in Duchang. Captain Yi Fei, should we send someone to bring him over? Asked Atmos the buffalo. In his opinion, the blind man named Yishao is not just a big shot. Just bring it here. Hearing this, Yi Fei shook his head immediately. Captain Atmos, don't underestimate him. Advertisement. Although he is blind, his strength is not inferior to Shichibukai. This kind of character, I have to go and invite myself. Fujitora smiled, but he is a person with Admiral's strength. although his current status is an ordinary person. But judging from the follow-up plot, Fujitora's smile is inclined to marine. Therefore, Yi Fei couldn't guarantee whether he could be recruited. Is this person really that powerful? Atmos looked bewildered. Yi Fei is currently the highest reward in the entire One Piece world. Even he values it so much. Is this blind old man so powerful? Yi Fei nodded immediately. Tell me where the casino is and I'm going to meet him in person. At this moment, Yi Fei remembered that Fujitora liked Dukayan. Dukayan is a part of his life. Although, he loses every time. Yes, after Atmos told Yi Fei the address. Said to go with Yi Fei. Advertisement. However, it was rejected by Yi Fei. In a duchang in the urban area of Dressrosa. A tall, well-built man was sitting inside. This person is, blind man, smile, the Marine Admiral Fujitora 2 years later in the original book. He is Dukayan. It was a roulette game called Black and White. Just guess the color and win money. Regardless of whether you win or lose, there is a 1/2 probability of winning each time. However, he has already lost 50 games in a row. Old man, you have already lost 50 games in a row, do you want to continue? In the casino, a group of young men were surrounding him. This group of people is the people of Duchang. Each time, Fujitora guessed right. However, each time the gang said he guessed wrong. Of course, this group of people co-authored to deceive him. Of course, life is short, sometimes, you have to do something you like to do. Fujitora replied lightly with a smile. Old man, do you still have any money? I guess this meeting has already been lost. If you don't have money, we won't play with you. Several young men said deliberately. At the same time, from time to time, I winked at some other people next to me, telling them not to talk nonsense. Chapter 197 Meeting. Previous chapter. Next chapter. Advertisement. These people are all local hooligans in Duchang. Others naturally dare not say more. Just let them mess around. I have money, you just open it. Fujitora took out a gold coin this time and threw it on the table. Gold. This is an authentic pirate gold coin. The group of people immediately brightened their eyes. They didn't know that this old man was so rich. At the same time, they were already secretly laughing. Unexpectedly, in this world, there would be such a ridiculous old man, who was obviously blind, but insisted on running to give money. It's time to teach him a lesson and let him know that this world is cruel. Are you sure you want to play? The hooligans couldn't believe it. Yes, this time, I will buy white. Okay, buy it and leave, I'm going to start. The group of people finished speaking, then started the turntable, and at the same time, threw a small iron ball into the turntable. As the turntable rotates, the balls rotate together. Soon, when the turntable stopped, the ball falls within the white space. Hee, sorry, it's black, you lost. A few hooligans said with a smile. Previously, he had used this method to win Fujitora 50 times in a row. Hateful. Fujitora smiled, looking a little excited. Advertisement. Old man, I am willing to bet and admit defeat. This gold coin is ours. Several hooligans laughed. One of them stretched out his hand, wanting to take the gold coin away. Just when this person just picked up the gold coin. Suddenly, a hand grabbed his hand. Who the hell? How dare you touch me? The man turned his head and was about to get angry when he suddenly saw an extremely familiar and cold face. This person is Yi Fei. Suddenly, he was trembling with fright. At the side, everyone discovered that Yi Fei had appeared in Duchang at some point. I remember, you seem to be the scum of the Doflamingo family. The last cleaning, why didn't you clean up? Yi Fei said dismissively. Then, he gently took the gold coin from the man's hand. Smile back to Fujitora. Lord Yi Fei. On the side, the remaining few people were so frightened that they immediately knelt on the ground. Hearing this, Fujitora was slightly taken aback, but he didn't speak. However, his behavior had already been observed by Yi Fei. Give back to this uncle the money you won by cheating. Yi Fei just finished speaking. A few hooligans, how dare they say no? Immediately put all the money back in front of Fujitora. Uncle, how do you think these people should be dealt with? Yi Fei looked at Fujitora. At this moment, he wanted to see how Fujitora handled the matter with a smile. Advertisement. In fact, Yi Fei knew that Fujitora knew that these people were going to lie to him. But he still couldn't help wanting to. This also shows that this old man likes Dukayan very much. Yi Fei-sang, you are the owner of this Duchang, right? Fujitora said calmly with a smile. It can be said that it is, but I don't know, they are lying. According to the rules, as long as the guest is willing, I can hand them over to you. Yi Fei nodded in confirmation. Currently, all the Duchangs in Dressrosa are indeed managed by Yi Fei and the Whitebeard pirates. Since defeating Doflamingo, Yi Fei and King Riku reached an agreement that all properties of Doflamingo will be taken over by Yi Fei and the Whitebeard pirates, including Duchang and hotels. There are rules in the industry. If the people below commit a crime, it is reasonable to hand it over to the other party. It seems that you have to educate your subordinates well. I just like Dukayan's old man, I don't like to take care of these things. Fujitora is extremely calm. However, Yi Fei understood what he said. Then nodded. Uncle, I will definitely deal with this matter. In front of Fujitora, Yifei was about to take out the phone bug and call Buffalo, Atmos. However, at this moment, Atmos has brought people over. Out of concern for Yifei, Atmos did not follow Yifei's order. Seeing this, Yifei didn't say much. Get these guys out of Dressrosa, I never want to see them again. Yifei said lightly. The hooligans immediately knelt down and begged for mercy. However, Atmos couldn't control that much, and directly led people to drag them out. Originally, Yifei wanted to kill these useless guys. Advertisement. But in front of Fujitora's smiling face, Yifei couldn't do it. Uncle, I wonder if you are satisfied with my way of handling it. Yifei asked. Just want to hear the other person's opinion. Maybe that's the only way to go, these people are very disappointing. The expression on Fujitora's face was slightly disappointed. It's too late to come out and play. But encountered such a thing. I naturally feel a little uncomfortable in my heart. However, he is quite satisfied with Yifei's handling. Uncle, this is the money you lost here today, I will return it in full. Yifei returned the money cheated by those people directly to Fujitora with a smile. Fujitora smiled in surprise. He had been to many duchangs before. Even if it is being killed. But no one has ever refunded him. Uncle, don't you plan to ask for it? Yifei asked curiously. Own money, of course. Fujitora took the money and was about to leave. Seeing this, how could Yifei let him go so easily? Just as Fujitora turned around, Yifei immediately spoke. Uncle, don't leave in a hurry. Fujitora turned his head immediately with a smile. A trace of surprise flitted across the face with closed eyes. Chapter 198 How about joining the Whitebeard pirates? Previous chapter. Next chapter. Advertisement. Don't you regret it? Hearing this, Yifei smiled and shook his head. Dressrosa's soba noodles are very good, I would like to treat you to a bowl, how would you like it? In the original book, there is nothing Fujitora likes more than soba noodles. Yifei decided to give it a try. Bowl. That's not enough, Captain Yifei. Fujitora suddenly burst out laughing. Since you know me, uncle, please give me face. Yifei said lightly. Those hooligans just now have already spoken their names. It's normal for Fujitora to know. Let's go. Fujitora didn't say much. Afterwards, the two came to the noodle shop opposite Duchang together. As soon as the soba noodles came out, Fujitora picked up the chopsticks and couldn't wait to put them in his mouth. It's still delicious. After several mouthfuls of hot noodles, Fujitora couldn't help but let out a sigh of emotion. When he came to Dressrosa, he not only planned to gamble, but also planned to try the soba noodles here to satisfy his appetite. Today, soba noodles are enough. Yifei replied flatly. Advertisement. As soon as the words fell, the first bowl of Fujitora was finished. Then came the second bowl, but this time the speed was much slower. Captain Yifei, please come here today. I don't know what's important. Fujitora asked Yifei while eating noodles. I'm just sorry for what happened today. Yifei replied flatly. Hearing this, Fujitora smiled softly. You are the vice captain of the Whitebeard pirates, just to treat me, a blind old man, to dinner. Fujitora doesn't believe it at all. Uncle, I think you are very clear, the casino just now, you should know that they deliberately cheated you of money. Yifei laughed. In the original book, Dressrosa chapter, Fujitora did gamble with Doflamingo's men. In the end, it was a complete loss. If it wasn't for Luffy's shot, Fujitora would probably recognize it too. Captain Yifei, how could you say that? When Yifei said this, Fujitora was a little curious. Haha, I heard that uncle, you are General Chongsheng of Duchang. It is impossible not to know about this kind of thing. Yifei laughed loudly. Original authors like to quote from classics. Advertisement. The prototype of Fujitora is the blind swordsman in the movie Zatoichi. The blind swordsman is someone who knows Duchang and will deceive him. Therefore, Yifei guessed that Fujitora must know that the other party was lying to him. However, why he didn't expose it is very interesting. Captain Yifei, lol. Is that why you invited me to eat noodles? Fujitora burst out laughing. He didn't directly answer Yifei's words. This is just one of the reasons, but the most important thing is that I hope you can join our Whitebeard pirates. Yifei replied directly. His words made Fujitora, who was eating noodles, suddenly stop. Captain Yifei, you think too much of me, a bad old man. I'm just a blind man wandering Tianya. I don't have any ability to serve you. Hearing this, Yifei understood. The old man is unwilling. Although very vague, but the meaning is to refuse. If it was normal, with Yifei's personality, he might just walk away. But Fujitora's strength is indeed outstanding. It's a pity to leave like this. Advertisement. Uncle, you are too modest, I just found out about your strength, it is definitely not easy. Yifei replied. It was the first time I saw him since I was in the casino just now. Yifei felt a strong aura in him. Although Fujitora deliberately hides this momentum. But it was still noticed by Yifei. This is the real master. Therefore, Yifei provoked his words on purpose. You can pretend Fujitora, and I can expose you. Forehead. Fujitora was slightly taken aback. This kid knows a lot. Generally, I don't show my strength easily. Where did this kid get the news from? How about it, uncle, what do you think of our Whitebeard pirates? Yi Fei asked again. In his opinion, just Fujitora refused. It's entirely because he is a pirate. Fujitora is a person with a heart of kindness. In the world of pirates, the public's impression of pirates is that they are people who plunder everywhere. Chapter 199. Are Fujitora and Doflamingo very close? Previous chapter. Next chapter. Advertisement. The image is very bad, so ordinary people are more inclined to marine. There are too few pirates like Luffy and Shanks. This is exactly what most people think of pirates. The same goes for Fujitora. So, in the original book, he chose world conscription and became Marine Admiral. Facing Yi Fei directly, Fujitora answered quite frankly. Hey, you Whitebeard pirates are in New World, but they plundered a lot. Fujitora smiled lightly. He is not a man who likes to be silent. Yi Fei nodded immediately. That's right, the Whitebeard pirates robbed a lot of territory, but how do you think it compares to other pirates? They did use tricks to grab a lot of territory. But uncle, you need to know that the land we have robbed can now be regarded as a land of peace. Compared to other pirate sites, no other pirates have ever dared to make trouble in our Whitebeard pirate site, so they live happily. This is what you see now about Dressrosa. Of course, Yi Fei didn't want to refute Fujitora's words. Because, that is the truth. But what Yi Fei wants to say is that the Whitebeard pirates are indeed much better than ordinary pirates. After listening to Yi Fei's words, Fujitora was silent for a while. Then, look at Yi Fei. Advertisement. Heavenly Yaksha dude, you did it. The purpose of coming to Dressrosa, Fujitora this time is not just to gamble and eat soba noodles. More importantly, he wants to see what Dressrosa is like now. Heavenly Yaksha dude, are Fujitora and Doflamingo familiar? Yi Fei was a little confused. Then, I began to recall the original plot. In the original book, after Fujitora became Admiral, he cooperated with Doflamingo in Dressrosa for a while. Of course, that was to capture Trafalgar Law. At that time, Fujitora called Doflamingo brother Heavenly Yaksha. Could it be that they knew each other before? With doubts, Yi Fei nodded suspiciously. I drove Doflamingo away. Uncle, do you want to avenge him? Judging from the original book, Fujitora is a person with a gentle and upright character, an extremely strong sense of justice, who attaches great importance to the safety of the people and hates unjust acts. He should have been aware of Doflamingo's mortal sin in Dressrosa. Could it be that the Fujitora in front of me is different from the original book? Impossible. Yi Fei shook his head inwardly. Captain Yi Fei, I don't mean to blame you. After saying that, Fujitora suddenly burst out laughing. Immediately, Yi Fei was a little puzzled. Immediately called out, Uncle. Fujitora put away his smile. Although I know Heavenly Yaksha very well, I really don't know about his affairs in Dressrosa. Advertisement. After this period of time, I finally know the truth. Captain Yi Fei, you did a great job this time. Saved the inhabitants of Dressrosa. Originally, he thought Dressrosa was a peaceful place. Unexpectedly, the darkness of Doflamingo was revealed by Yi Fei this time. It is Doflamingo who turns people into toys and works non-stop, tearing apart the whole city. It was Yi Fei and the Whitebeard pirates who saved the place. This is what makes him admire Yi Fei. What Fujitora said made Yi Fei breathe a sigh of relief. Hearing his tone just now, I thought he was going to avenge Doflamingo. Hee, uncle, you saw it too. This is Dressrosa under the management of our Whitebeard pirates. Residents here, we are all innocent. Moreover, we have restored the original throne of King Riku. So, our Whitebeard pirate group is very different from those pirates who only know how to plunder. Yi Fei replied. For people like Fujitora, of course, you can't tempt him with benefits, let alone force him, you can only slowly let him feel the sincerity, and express your position by the way, we don't take by force. Among the pirates, it's a good thing to have someone like you. Fujitora smiled, and his tone softened. Also, this young man is really smart enough. Advertisement. Not to mention being able to occupy the entire country on his own, he can also maintain a good relationship with King Riku. Explain that this young man is not simple. Since you have also seen the situation here, I invite you to join us again. I don't know what Uncle Yishao thinks. Yi Fei said again. This time, however, Fujitora's real name was revealed. Hearing this, Fujitora was stunned. This kid, come prepared. He even knew the name of himself, an unknown blind swordsman. Another invitation to Yi Fei. Fujitora was silent. Of course, from the conversation with Yi Fei, he knew that this young man wanted to do something. Moreover, it can make the residents here feel grateful. This shows that Yi Fei and Whitebeard pirates are much better than other pirates. But a pirate is a pirate. In everyone's impression. They are all negative typical existences. If he joins them, then wouldn't he also become a despised pirate in the eyes of everyone? As a blind swordsman, Fujitora has his own concept of justice. If you become a pirate overnight, how can you live in your heart? Chapter 200 Fujitora's response. Previous chapter. Next chapter. Advertisement. In the noodle shop, the scene was silent for a while. Yi Fei didn't speak, and was waiting for Fujitora's response. After a long time, Fujitora spoke slowly. Captain Yi Fei, nice to meet you. But I don't want to be a pirate. To tell you the truth, this time, besides visiting Dressrosa, my next stop plan is to participate in the world conscription. Fujitora answered truthfully. Facing Yi Fei's sincere invitation, Fujitora was a little moved. He is the world-famous big pirate. Deign to invite him, an unknown blind swordsman. Ordinary pirates will never be able to do it. Although he felt uncomfortable, he still had to refuse, because this time the world conscription was an opportunity for him. Only by becoming a Marine Admiral can I execute my long-held dream, to enforce my own justice. Fujitora's words are indeed a very big blow to Yi Fei. You know, with the strength of Fujitora, it has indeed reached the standard of Marine Admiral. Once he participates in the world conscription, then, from now on, he is the real Marine Admiral Fujitora. Advertisement. Then, it also means that from now on, he and the Whitebeard pirates will be on opposite sides. On the battlefield, from now on, they will be enemies. This news is a blow to Yi Fei. But everyone has his own ambitions, and he doesn't want to be a pirate. Yi Fei doesn't intend to force others to be difficult. Since Uncle Yishao is unwilling, then I won't say anything more. If one day, you are willing to come over, then the Whitebeard pirates welcome you anytime. If you become Marine Admiral, once you and I meet on the battlefield, I will never be your opponent. And all the duchangs of Dressrosa are open to you for free at any time. Yi Fei smiled lightly, facing rejection from Fujitora. He is not a person who immediately turns his face when he fails to recruit. As the vice captain of the Whitebeard pirates, Yi Fei still has this kind of tolerance. As soon as this remark came out, Fujitora felt very embarrassed. After all, Yi Fei came here with great sincerity. Captain Yi Fei, you. Fujitora hesitated to speak. He wanted to say something like a compliment, but that wasn't in his character. Simply let it go. But in his heart, he still admires Yi Fei very much. Advertisement. This young man was very different from everyone he had seen before. Even though he is powerful, he is still low-key and steady, and he is polite to others. Uncle, I also welcome you to come to Dressrosa often in the future. Yi Fei said with a smile, but a wave of disappointment hit her heart. This recruitment should be regarded as a failure. But sometimes, there are words, as a man, he must walk the talk. That is to maintain the utmost respect for him. Of course, Fujitora at the moment also understands Yi Fei's thoughts. To avoid embarrassment, Fujitora could only laugh. Hee, today's soba noodles taste really good. In the future, I would like to come a few more times. After all, you are not only a pirate, but also a Shichibukai recognized by the world government. We are not necessarily enemies. As long as you don't do evil, maybe we can still be friends. Hearing this, Yi Fei nodded silently. Shichibukai is just a name. The confrontation between Marine and Whitebeard pirates has long been a reality. Yi Fei's Shichibukai status alone cannot make any changes. Advertisement. Of course, Yi Fei knew that what Fujitora said was just to comfort him. However, Yi Fei remembered that friend's words in his heart. So Yi Fei didn't say anything like continuing the invitation. That would only make everyone more embarrassed. Fujitora's hobby is gambling, so Yi Fei decided to have a good chat with him. All afternoon, neither of them stopped. This old blind swordsman gave Yi Fei a very good feeling. Although powerful, he is amiable, straightforward and unpretentious. Of course, Yi Fei also left a very deep impression on Fujitora. The two hit it off immediately, without any problems. At the same time, Naval Headquarters, Marineford. Akainu, who has just become a Marine Marshal, is busy with conscription for the world. From the moment he became a Marine, he is now a Marine Marshal. World Government and Naval Headquarters is the first time to start world conscription. If Aokiji hadn't gone away, I believe they would not have done so. Recruiting troops all over the world, mainly recruiting super combat power. Of course, Naval Headquarters should also supplement Marine cadres and grassroots soldiers.